Oh my god. That was so embarrassing. Am I back? Am I back? I'm so sad. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm back. Hi Jaeger. Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. Yeah, okay, so I guess we are limit testing and we're seeing how long my phone can actually last. And I think it lasts about an hour and 45 minutes before it dies. It's plugged into my portable charger now though, so thanks for being here, guys. Good night, y'all. She ain't turning PC on soon. Well, you know what? She's back. She's back. Just for a little bit though, because I really wanted to finish my dinner. I wanted to prove to you guys that I could eat all of this. And Zoto, I don't know why you had to sabotage my stream like that, but... yeah, I'm sorry that happened. I never knew you could stream portrait mode on a phone. That's actually sick. Portrait mode? I don't think this is portrait mode. This is just 0.5 speed, like, or not 0.5, sorry, oh my god. 0.5 like wide camera, I guess. Welcome back. Yeah, Rito, my bad guys. I'm like, why did I go offline all of a sudden? And then I was just like, oh, because my phone was fully, I think it was almost fully charged actually. It was maybe like between 80 and 90 when I first started. So again, we're limit testing. We're seeing how far that this goes. What were we talking about? We were talking about 7th and whether or not it rains a lot in Southeast Asia. I was gonna say take a sip of soy sauce. The way the sodium would just ruin me. Oh yeah, I think my camera is a little bit more tilted up a little bit. You mean these wires? These came here when I first came to the apartment. Oh my god, Selena, welcome in. I mean, my other stream died because I forgot that my phone does have a limit on how long it'll last in terms of, like, it was streaming for so long, so it may have died. It may have died. I appreciate you lurking, so you must have been here when it died. Oh my god, you guys can all get another poffin. This all benefits you guys. This will all benefit you guys. Thanks for hydrate. Oh, wait, it's getting to the bottom portion where I have to actually take this apart, I think. Thanks guys for all getting your poffins again. This is gonna be the double VOD. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Okay. And then I'm gonna peel back this. Okay, no, we do not have a peeler back thing. I'm live again. I'm sorry, this always happens. I just need to open this a little bit. Okay, I can sip through it now. Please. Round 2 stream has been a mess so far. It has been a mess so far. Not good. Not good, guys. Not good. Anyways, yes, these wires, I don't know what they go to, but I would say this is like kind of an old apartment. I don't think it goes to any kind of like internet or anything like that, but yeah, I'm actually not sure. Thank you for the lurk, Jaeger. I'm gonna watch some boxing. Let's go. Let's go. Not the vanish. Anyways, Dodo, did you eat? You can't cut them? I don't think I would want to cut them. I think they must be there for some reason. Again, this is like not like my apartment. I don't want to be like doing wild stuff to it if it's not mine. Need me to take a look? Yes, Seltzer, you are like my mechanic person here. Wires that can be used again. I don't know what I don't even know what these are for, honestly. If it's for like some kind of like internet connection or something like that, because my internet is definitely not using these, if that's, I don't know, electrician, maybe, Seltzer? I don't know. I know that I don't really exactly know what you do for work, besides that you know how to operate a forklift. I do know that. It's for AC. I don't know. I have like, what? Is it? I'm not sure about that because I have two like heaters that are not connected to those wires, I do not think. I don't know, it's like New York apartments are very odd to me because again, the heaters is run by like water. Every time my heater goes like starts working, it's with like water's churning in there, and it doesn't make sense to me. Take a pic and send to me later. Yeah, but the thing is that like if you have a solution for me, I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it. Like I'll just be like, okay, like that's my situation, but like okay, like I don't know what to do after that. Also, Seltzer, are you adjusting to your new job? Or like, did you find like a new job opportunity? At least you'll know if it'll affect anything. That's true. Something I would like to have changed here is that sometimes when it rains, there's this part of my balcony, like I have a balcony, and then like the outside, like the windows to the outside, there's a part that like drips or like leaks a little bit, and they tried to fix it before, but it still like drips sometimes, and so I don't particularly like that. If it's the wire color greens, it's for AC. What if it's just white wires? As you can see, they're just white. Still looking, but was busy last 2 weeks setting up a bro-in-law's house. Oh, okay. I'm glad that you're getting some time to rest and not work though. Or are you still working? I don't know, but I hope you're not working anymore because your boss sucked. Water is not allowed here. You know, why didn't I think of that? Why did I not think of that? Chat, you guys come up with the best ideas. The colors really depend on the place and the company who's in charge of the wiring and which standards they follow. Again, I don't know. This definitely not up my wheelhouse. Again, when people come in with like questions about random stuff, I'm just kind of like, I am not your person for that. Like, I'm more of a healthcare baddie. I can tell you about fitness, nutrition, your body. I cannot tell you why your oven's flashing red. Like, I can't tell you stuff about that. Tips on getting a girlfriend, GF. Don't be weird. That's the easiest thing that I can say. Don't be weird. The colors really depends on the place. Don't think too much about it. We'll help you later, but like you don't have to worry about it. Wait, why are we concerned about this? I was never concerned in the first place about these wires. What's happening with that? What if the weirdness can't be helped? Work on yourself for a bit. Work on yourself for a little bit. Maybe she liked you being weird. There's like good weird, there's like quirky weird, and then there's just like weird where you're like, you don't shower, you're not hygienic, you say very inappropriate things, you are not socially aware, you are emotionally not intelligent. There's those weird things. What are things to work on? Well, let me tell you, Vinny, the 231, hygiene. Big thing. Making sure we're brushing our teeth, we're flossing, tongue scraper, we're showering every day, twice a day if you a sweaty motherfucker. So then you put on some deodorant, making sure that you use soap and body wash. Don't skimp on the soap, making sure that you do your laundry, you're doing clean clothes. We're clean people in terms of social intelligence. Don't be be a listener. This is like a thing that I feel like every like guy or like very logical person, like brain thinker, goes through in their life is that a lot of people don't want, at least a lot of women I know do not want solutions. They just want someone to listen to them. They don't want an immediate, well, how can we fix that? How can we do X, Y, Z? How can we do this? No, shut the fuck up. You want them to they just want you to listen and like comfort them and like validate their feelings. Because I've definitely had people that when I tell them like a problem that's happening in my life right now, they will just be like, okay, well, that's too bad. Or like, oh, well, what could you have done next time? Or what could you have done better, you know, so it doesn't happen again? Or like, okay, well, next time, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, but then I have other people in my life, usually my girlfriends, and like some, like very few guys that I'm friends with, who will be like, oh, like that was like I'm really sorry that happened. Like you must have felt blah, blah, blah. Or like if that was me, I would have felt blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm really sorry that happened. Or just like something like that. Like it must have been very uncomfortable, or it must have been very scary, like being in that situation or something like that. And I'm just like, yes, I was terrified. I don't know what it was, but like things like that. So being a listening ear and not being like, well, how can we avoid this next time kind of thing. Like I understand being solution focused and like being like a forward thinker and like being a problem solver. Like I get it. Like I get it. But also in that time, there's a time and place for that. So let them say their piece. And then when they're asking for like, it's usually like, let them ask you for advice. Like let them come to you. Like if they want advice, they'll usually ask for it. Or if you want to give advice, you can ask them, like, do you want me to listen right now? Or do you want me to offer a solution? Or do you want to talk about solutions? Or do you want advice? So like maybe being upfront about like, what are their needs right now in terms of their problem? This might have been a little bit longer than you need, but this is something for everyone. Hi, Kevin, welcome in. Hello. You are seeing me for dinner right now. And I have been taking a little bit long to eat, except I did, this will come up as a new VOD, won't it? So technically I've not been eating for that long, right? Hi Ace, welcome in. Hello, what did I walk into? Vinny, the 231 asked, how do you get a girlfriend? And asked what kind of things can they work on? So if anyone else has advice in chat on how to get a girlfriend or how they would think to get a girlfriend, let us know. Imagine this is the Vinny we know. No, the Vinny we know is out and about right now. So can you make a meal plan for me? I am kind of against meal plans in most people's situations. Like in most cases, like think about it. Do you really want someone else to control how you eat? Or do you want to be able to pick what you eat and then have like moderation and like all that? Oh, Basil, thank you so much for the follow. You probably saw my stream like restarted, but thanks for being here earlier and thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, because when you have a meal plan, it means that you have to have a very regimented portion size, types of food that you're eating, things like that. And then like the freedom of being able to kind of like choose and pick what you want to eat, what you're craving at that time, starts to be very limited. And then you're probably not even going to want to stick with the meal plan. So it's like, what was the point of even making a meal plan at that point if you're not even going to stick with it? So oftentimes meal plans are not the most reliable, is what I'll say. Why are we asking of a single person? What you mean by that? What you mean? That wire is suspicious? Why is the wire suspicious? Don't forget about the fingernails too. Okay, yes. I'm so glad you mentioned this, Seltzer. Is that I find, this is just me personally, but I could imagine that other people could think the same thing. Is that I think it's kind of gross when guys have long fingernails. And it's like, that just goes with the hygiene thing. Is like, I personally don't like having long fingernails. I don't really like, I don't like things getting under them. I'm also in like a healthcare field. So it's like, you're not even allowed to have like fake nails, long nails or anything like that, because there's a lot of nasty stuff that you have, you know, that can like get under there. But then like when I see a dude with long fingernails, whether or not it is toenails, hand nails, I'm just like, and especially if you are trying to like get with a girl and then like you're trying to do some like, get a little, I don't know, close with each other, and there's like some activities, one thing leads to another, and she sees that you have long ass nails with a little bit of brown dirt underneath, who we do not know where those crumbs came from. Like shit, like, oh, the way that I would just be so grossed out. I'd be like, okay, like especially if you're trying to get a little nasty together, like, and you sit in the guy has like long nails and just take it from me. It's not cute. It's not good. It's not hygienic. You're not putting those fingers anywhere. Exactly, Chris. We're not putting those fingers anywhere except under the sink, clipping them. Okay, so please, people, clip your nails, please. So yeah, be hygienic. Don't be weird. Don't be like, there's definitely some people on Twitch here who I'm just kind of like, you do not talk to people in real life. Like, there's no way. Because there's those people on Valorant who are just kind of like, oh my god, ooh, female. Like, oh my god, girl. Like, shut the fuck up. Do you have a mom? You clearly did. You came out of somewhere. And do you have a sister? Do you have girlfriends? Have you talked to the female species before? You haven't. And it shows. I'm a guy, I don't understand that. I keep my nails short and clean. Nice. That's the bare minimum for everyone. Bare minimum. Kevin, if you have any other advice, let us know. Let us know of like, or other guys who are trying to share with other people of how to just not be weird. It's like, you can, like, and this is not me being like, you can't be quirky, you can't be like, have like fun things about you. Like, no, be like, that's like, I love that. I love unique things about other people. But then when you're saying things like, can I see a picture of your toes? Unless you both are into that, then sure. Or are you just yeah, like, you know what I think some people know what I mean. Because some people do lead with that. And it's kind of like, reel it back, buddy. Reel it back. Why toes? Ask the people asking me for feet pics. She also hates the long Coke pinky nail. Hey, yo. I like that. Ew, brother, ew. Meal plans are evil. Takes notes. When you're ready to be in a position mentally to put time and commitment to a woman, yes. I think there's definitely people, both males, females, just people in general, who they like the idea of having a significant other, but only when it's convenient for them. They're not really willing to put in the effort to do like everything that goes along with having a relationship. And I have definitely had experience with like, I feel so bad, you know, when you're with someone who only wants to have like the benefits of a relationship, but they don't want to have like the harder conversations or the things that like can go along with that, you know? And so be sure that you are ready, like in a place mentally, physically, emotionally, that you are there to be a partner. You're not there to just be like a booty call unless it is decided between both of you that you guys are booty calls for each other. Be on the same page. What job would you like your spouse to have? I would like them to have a full-time job. I would like that juicy double income. I do not want to be the only one with an income in the family. That would be really nice. Except that's the bare minimum. That's literally the bare minimum for me. Unless I marry some kind of like sugar daddy and like I can just like do my job just for like funsies. Like my job is not contributing a whole lot to like the family income, and I can just kind of like work for fun or just volunteer. I don't know. Let's see. Sometimes it's the mom that leaves for milk and never comes back. It is. We cannot always say that it's the dad that leaves for milk. Sometimes the mom leaves for milk. But there's no specific job that I would want my partner to have. Like, it's like I thought about it and I'm like, I feel like a lot of healthcare people end up dating like people in tech, like engineering, computer science, things like that, because healthcare people dating healthcare people, it's hard. It's rough. Can I get a zoomed in upper lip pic? And then they're kind of like, which kind of lip? Like, some people are just odd. Ask for ankle pics first. Take them to dinner first. Oh my god, Kato, welcome back. Hello, it's good to see you. An orange Kato is literally the biggest fan of the Midwest in Iowa. I love it. I do feel like dating these days aren't the best to jump to, because it's like, bro, you gotta reset the whole talking phase unless y'all click really quick. Yeah, I agreed. Dating is just hard. Like, I have never, have you guys tried to use dating apps, and like, has it worked for you? Or like, did it end up getting out of the chat and you guys like met with each other in person? Like, I've never had experience on an app before, because like, I was in a 5-year relationship for like a few years ago, and it was from like when I was like 19 to like 23 or 24, or just like around that time. And so like, I had been in and then before that there was like maybe like less than a year time between when I was in like high school and I had like a longer term relationship. Like, I've been in longer term relationships before, and so I never really had the desire to like go on the apps, I guess, because when I wasn't in a relationship, I was just like, hell yeah, I'm single, baby. Like, I am loving life right now. Like, I was just like, I would rather be single than ever be with somebody who is disrupting my peace that I have being alone, you know? Like, I saw this thing like not long ago, and I relate to it wholeheartedly. It's like, you right now, like a guy like I'm dating or likes me, I'm talking to somebody, you right now are competing with me. Like, you're not competing against other guys. You're competing with my peace that I have being alone. You're competing with how happy I am just being in my own presence, being like my peace that I have alone. And if somehow you add to my, you have to really add to my life to make it feel worth it for me to want to be with you, kind of thing. Because I am so good alone, and that if you are not adding to my life, if you're taking away in any aspect, whether it's like my peace, my time, or I'm not enjoying it kind of thing, then it's like, you're not worth it at that point. Because I'm very good on my own, and you have to be adding a lot to my life if you're going to want, like, if I want to date you. Cattle, Iowa. Let's see here. Sugar baby, is that her goal, guys? Is that like streamer like chat? Like, are we all trying to be sugar babies? The sending 500 messages and the reply is okay. Okay, yeah, don't match people's energy, because if somebody is giving you a lot, is not giving you a lot of energy, and you're the one planning the dates, reaching out first, being the one who pays, or just like does like a lot of things for the other person just kind of like not receiving a lot back, or they're not giving much back, that's a no, dog. That's a no. Like, they clearly do not like you that much if that's what it's kind of come down to. Like, because there's definitely ways in which I was just like, you know, this guy does not like me that much if they're not doing like the bare minimum kind of thing. Because there's definitely that like little breadcrumb, the sprinkle thing that people talk about a lot, and it's that people sometimes give you enough to hold on to. Like, they give you so like the bare minimum, like the smallest amount that gives you the impression that like, oh, maybe they want me, and it's like the smallest amount of thing that you'll cling on to keep you like in their grasp or whatever. And it goes back to the whole idea of people only wanting to have someone in their life when it's convenient for them. They don't want to do all the other like extra special stuff. They just want to have either a booty call or like emotional support, or just like someone to talk to. They don't really want the full relationship. And I feel like situationships were such a big topic of last year. But guys, no more situationships. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. It's not good for you. I want, if there's something I want for people to understand, is that like, it is important that like you feel wanted as well. Like, do not run after someone who is clearly like you're the one chasing them, because don't like, let's see what I'm trying to say. If this person is your soulmate, wouldn't you think that they actually want you? Don't you think they would actually want to date you if they were your soulmate? Don't you think they'd actually want to be with you? Just some food for thought there. Just thoughts. I kind of popped off there, guys. Caught on my high horse. Sometimes both parents leave for milk. That also can happen. A double whammy. Nutters. Nodders. I would love to be a stay-at-home dad. No, that'd be fun. I'd also love to be a stay-at-home dad. Would you date a depressed person? I would love for people who have anything going on mentally, emotionally, to seek help and like professional help, support, things like that, so that everything feels right for them to be in a relationship. Because I have depression, and like I have been in a place where I was not like, I was in a relationship, but I think a lot of things held me back from being a good partner because I was in like a very deep state of depression. And so I feel like it's very important to work on yourself first before you drag another person into your life like that, because it's not fair to the other person. I understand the argument that it's like good to grow together, you guys can learn from each other, support each other, but ultimately the other person is not going to heal you. They are not going to just change your life and make everything better for you. I think it's very important for you to work on yourself before anything else, because it is not another person's job to heal you, because only you can do that for yourself. Define your boundaries, define the relationship. Yes. Do situationships and they're good for you? No, Sid, no. Also, welcome in. How are you? Who's recruiting? Want to be a sugar baby? I'm not pimping out my chat, guys. Better alone is better than being with the wrong person for a lifetime. I have really gotten to learn a little bit more about the idea that I would rather be alone in my own presence, not with a partner, than be with someone who makes me feel alone. Because I've had instances in being in relationships where I don't feel supported emotionally. I don't feel like you're not my safe place. And then like, I find it very important for your partner to be the person that you go to for like your partner's like your home. Like, you could be anywhere in the world, and then as long as they're with you, it feels like home to you. And it doesn't even have to be like like, I don't know, like I've felt that feeling before, is that like my partner felt like that's where I felt safest and that's where I felt the most secure. And I value that so much, and that if I don't feel safe or secure with that person, then you kind of realize like that person's not for you. Because if they were the right person, they would make you feel safe safe, and like you are like that's home for you, I guess. I don't know if anyone can can relate to that feeling if they've been in a relationship before, or what it feels like when you're in a healthy relationship, things like that. People who want to chat because they're bored, that's what dating apps are. That's why dating apps aren't it. I think some people, like, as long as you both are on the same page, then I think it's fine. But if people are going on there without the real intention of dating, then it's like, why are you on here? I definitely have a friend who every time she gets out of a relationship, she's instantly back on the dating apps. And I'm just like, girl, just like be on your own for a bit. Like, being single is amazing. I love it. And so it's like, and then she like went on a date with somebody who, I guess the guy was just like, oh, I realized like I don't really want anything right now. I'm like, bro, why did you waste your time? Like, what are you doing? Do not waste people's time. Like, I'd rather be an unbothered woman like than have a man come into my life and like ruin me of my peace and stuff. Like, I was so good alone. Like, do not drag me into like your narrative of like, oh, I still need to work on myself. Like, I don't actually want anything. I'm like, okay, then why did you drag me into this? Why did you make me catch feelings? Why did that happen? Last one is my soulmate, but I fucked up. Nutters? Yeah, I did not mean to say that. I meant nodders, guys. You can tell where my head is at, I guess. Just kidding. That's what I said too. It's so true. Work on yourself. Find self-love first. Very important. I know it's very easy for people to be like, you gotta love yourself before you love other people. But it's also like, it's very true. It's very true. But also, I don't feel like you need to be like genuinely like, oh my God, like I love myself. Like I love every single aspect about myself. Like, bitches be gone. Like, I don't think it necessarily needs to be like that, that extreme. But definitely to the point where like you will not stand for, like, you know your worth. You know your worth at the end of the day, that you will not put up with things that, like, if your partner disrespects you or is not considerate of you or does not truly care about you. Like, it's just about like what you put up with at the end of the day too. I would definitely rather be with someone who has put in the time to work on themselves and really work on their like traumas or their triggers and things like that before getting into a relationship. Because I personally have gotten into a relationship when I was younger where I was kind of in a bad spot, and I thought my partner was like gonna heal me and like gonna make me a better person and all that. But it's just very immature thinking, and it also is like not fair to them because it's like they are not professional help or anything like that. Like they are not gonna just solve everything for you. It's your what is that? Your obligation. It is your decision. You need to be accountable for yourself. Do not drag another person into that. I don't know. It's like it goes both ways, because I know people say that like two people can like be there to support each other through like thick and thin, and if you see someone at their worst time, like that's when you truly know it's like love or whatever. I'm like, no, like work on yourself for a bit. I don't want to be your therapist. I don't want to be your like mom. I don't want to be the one who like teaches you how to be emotionally intelligent. I would have liked that like you came into the relationship with these things like checked off. And that's not to say that like you need to be like the perfect version of yourself before getting into a relationship, because everyone has like flaws and like things that they need to work on. But I do think there is an aspect of accountability to like know yourself a bit and know what triggers you and know certain things like that before getting into a relationship. I volunteer tribute as a sugar baby to be pimped out by Allie. Okay. I guess that's like the business now. Just find Soraka IRL. She can heal you. No, she can literally heal you. I don't know if it's emotionally, but definitely physically she can heal you. No, what you mean? I looked at my high school relationship old messages, screenshots. I was way toxic back then. Yeah, same, Ace. Like, even, like, I can think about back in high school, I'm just kind of like, you know, I had a lot going on back then. Like, I had a lot of, like, mental health things and, like, things like traumas and stuff that I hadn't worked on yet, and I put a lot of weight on my relationship to help I needed like extra emotional support that it was not fair for my partner at the time to carry that, like, I don't know, burden's kind of like a heavy thing to say, but like to carry that weight, I guess, because it's like your significant other is there to support you, but they're not there to like, they're also there to like help lessen the load that maybe you carry, but they're not there to just like make it go away all of a sudden. I think the worst thing, not the worst thing, but like one of the like not great things that you can do is like put your partner on a pedestal and think that like, oh, this person is so great, they're amazing, they have no flaws whatsoever, they have blah, blah. It's like the ability to be able to see someone as imperfect and then still love them anyways kind of thing. So a lot to take in there. Allie's head's always in the gutters. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm even above water right now. It's because if you don't know who you are, you won't find it in someone else. Peace doesn't come from other people or other things. I agree, and I've definitely seen when people morph their personalities or their stuff into the other person, and like that's like a really big turn off for me. Is because like I've been with somebody who like they like it felt like they copied a lot of my mannerisms, and they would make the same jokes as I would, but say the same things I would, start listening to all the same music I did, and just like copied a lot of like things that I did, because at the time it didn't bother me too much for a bit, because I was like, oh my god, it's amazing that like someone has like likes the things that I like, because I think ultimately it's exciting, right, when somebody likes the same music as you, or you find like a connection with somebody else. But then it got to the point where I'm like, why do you like every single thing that I do? Like, why are you just like mirroring me? I guess it kind of felt like, is that like a yes man? Is that like the term of that? But anyways, it's just like, I don't want to be dating myself. Like, I also like people who are different, and I can learn from them, and like have different things, like different aspects of myself that I can like learn from you. Like, you don't need to be the same person as me kind of thing. Like, you can still, and like they were definitely the kind of person who was just like, oh my god, you did so much for me, I've learned so much, you've taught me so much. And I'm just like, yes, but like at that point I sound like I'm like your savior. Like I understand that you learn a lot from your partner, but it's kind of like, I'm not your mom, I'm not your god, I don't know. I do believe that where you are is where you are met. If you're toxic, you'll surround yourself with toxic people. I definitely agree with that too. And it's like, also, if you are, if like, it's like the blind leading the blind. Is that like, I feel like a lot of people can do that, because like when you're friends with other people, a lot of you guys will have like similar mindsets. And so like if like my guy is doing something kind of toxic, and then I say to my friends like, look at what this guy's doing, they'll all be like, yeah, like block him, do this, like he sucks, like break up with him, like be toxic back. Like we're all kind of like it's a blind leading the blind. I'm just like, yeah, you're right. But it's also kind of like, okay, like let's hold on a second. Because I just feel like it's good to have people who have objective thinking. And so that's why there's certain people in my life that I reach out to when I need someone who's like very logical, very non-biased, very like can see both sides of things. And I think everyone can kind of do that to an extent, but obviously some people will lean biased towards your side because they care about you and they know you more than the other partner. And so I do like when people can kind of see objectively, kind of see both sides of things, and like kind of give you like, oh, did you think about like this or that, or like they could have done this because of that, and it's like I'm too heated in the moment to even consider what the other person could have been feeling, kind of thing. I don't know, because I think I can also be kind of like I think it is kind of funny when like some of my friends are just like, yeah, like be toxic back, blah 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 blah, but it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it like helps it at that point or just makes it worse. Love is an action, not a noun. You choose to love your partner daily. There is that big thing about like you choosing to love them, because I don't think everyone's gonna have like butterflies like forever. Like it's not gonna just, it's not always gonna, like you're not always gonna like being with the person that you're with sometimes, but it's like you still love them and you choose to like try and grow that relationship. Obviously there's a line, there's a fair line of when the relationship's not really serving you anymore and it's like bringing you more distress than it is like giving you positive feelings. There's obviously that, but you do choose your person. Simp, that's what it sounds like. I don't know if they were a simp more than just like they didn't really know their identity super well and that they needed to just kind of work on themselves a little bit more and kind of find their own identity, I guess. Anthony's, thank you so much for the follow. How are you? Is my stream alerts not going off? I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for the follow. How are you? Hi, Vinny. How is going out with your friends? Oh my god, hi, Anna. Welcome in. Oh my god, thank you for the sub, Vinny. Are my alerts not working? Let me look. Oh, sorry, you saw my hand. They should be working. I think it should be working. Anyways, Vinny, I hope you had a nice time. I ended up streaming. I did miss your stream though. Anna, how are you, Queen? I'm seeing the rest of the squad next week. I'm so sad you couldn't come visit us, but I hope you've been doing well. You're in, are you in LA right now? Are you in SoCal? Rational versus irrational thinking. Yeah, there's definitely some things that are like more emotionally fueled, but obviously, like, I think I'm definitely at that age where like I definitely think my friends are out there for my best interest and they care more about me and how I feel versus like they will always take my side unless it's like something crazy or something and I just did something terrible, but it's like generally they will be the ones who advocate for me and my feelings. So I mean, I do agree that partners should share hobbies but still have your individual hobbies. Agreed. But I just felt like this person was just like starting to meld themselves into me and I was just like, get off. Oh, wait, it's only been 38 minutes. No, Derek. No, yes, actually, I finished my food very quick. No, my phone died. Oh my god, Anthony, that emote is so cute, little bunny. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for coming in. We're very good. We're just, I don't know why. Every time we talk about relationships, I just have so many thoughts. So many thoughts. But I'm doing well. I just finished not finished, I'm still kind of picking at it, but I had eggs and rice, and I had mushrooms, tomatoes, cucumbers. I got some milk tea on the side, and I'm doing pretty well, having a late dinner. How about you, Anthony? How are you? What have you been up to today? I keep thinking that's alcohol till I realize it's soy sauce. Could you guys imagine drinking like every time I got to hydrate, I was drinking this? Even though it's like low sodium soy sauce, it's still very sodious. How about you, Anna? How have you been? How's your weekend? I'm in LA. What are you doing in LA? I would love to visit LA someday. I'd love to have nice weather someday. All my SoCal people, Vinny, what's the coldest temperature it gets in SoCal? Opinion on 22 to 25 dating above 30? Okay, I do have thoughts about this. Okay, so opinions on, so like someone who is 30 plus dating somebody who is 22 to 25. Well, let me tell you, is that if someone who is like 35 is dating somebody who is like 22, 23, I'm like, what do you have in common with somebody who is so young? That's how I feel about people who are in like their later 20s or something, and then they're dating somebody who is like 21, 20, 22. It's like, what do you have in common? Like, first of all, where'd you meet? Second of all, you guys are, it's just objectively, like, you guys are probably in different stages of life, I would say. Is that, what does a 35-year-old have in common with a 22-year-old? Is it because nobody in your 30s, like, because nobody in your life wants to date you and you're going for a different age group to hopefully, like, date somebody else? Is it because, like, I don't know, like, I definitely see, there's been relationships I've seen that have, like, big age gaps, and it's not, like, 4 years age gap, it's, like, 10 to 20 years age gap. I'm like, that's very interesting, but 22 35 is wild. I mean, more like, say, 24 to 32. I think if you guys are like in similar places in life, like you guys, for example, both of you guys have full-time jobs and have been out of college for a bit. You guys have similar goals in terms of like, you want to get a house, you want to travel a lot. You have just like similar goals in life. I think it starts to get kind of more normal as you like pass like 25. I think it gets a little bit more normal for like there to be bigger age gaps. But when there's people who are like a 35-year-old dating somebody who's like 23 or something like that, or like even like a 10-year difference is like a lot. Oh god, I don't think I would do that. But like, again, it's like, what do you have in common with, like, even like me right now? It's like, I could not imagine dating somebody who is still in college right now. Maybe if they were in their masters, like, sure, but like not in college, still finishing up, because I feel very far removed from my undergrad that it's like I'm dating like a child at that point. Like, it's just not, I don't know. I'm a very big, like, not everyone will agree with this, but I'm a very strong believer of being at like similar points in your life with somebody else. And so otherwise there could be like complications there, because like there could be somebody who's like a 26-year-old and has a full-time job and 9 to 5 who's dating a 21-year-old who still wants to go out and party all night. Like, there's just differences there, you know. It definitely has to do with compatibility, though. Maybe they just like old souls. Yeah, and what about the older person? They just like young souls? Something to think about, too. Okay, I was confused because I left for a while and didn't keep track of time. It's because my phone died. I guess we did some limit testing, and we saw that my phone only lasts till like an hour and a half-ish until it died. So I definitely need to have a portable charger or like something with it. I also think the thing with maturity too is that there's definitely some like mid-20 people who are probably more mature than people who are in their mid-30s. Like, I know it's kind of different too in that sense too. Like, some people could be super immature when they're older, but like there's some people who are like just happen to be more mature. But then I'm also a strong proponent, like I believe very strongly in like once you hit 25, that's usually more or less when your frontal lobes are like more developed. I definitely do feel like my like it kicked in a little bit. It definitely kicked in for me. I'm just like, okay, yeah, like I have a lot different thinking. There's still things like aspects in which I need to like grow on and like mature a bit on. I definitely think like I'm still growing, but then there's a lot like you're kind of like your brain's pretty developed at 25. So I definitely believe that. Pong, welcome in. Yes, this is low sodium soy sauce. Nobody likes you after 23. It's like that Blink 182 song. Oh, Pong, thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry my alerts aren't working, guys. I had checked them before stream. They were working at my previous stream. I don't know why they're not working anymore. I have this, let's see, I have my laptop with me. Maybe I can try and see if... You guys are talking about the soy sauce. What about the kimchi? And what about it? And what about it? And what a burger? And what about it? I'm a 12-year-old brain. Okay. Okay. Test follow? Hey! It's me! Thanks for the follow me. Do you guys hear a sound when that goes off? Or is there just like plain no sound? The notif system doesn't think you ended? Okay, so it's no sound. Okay. Again, I don't know if in IRL streams that like sound gets like sound alerts or anything like that like gets outputted or anything like that. So I would avoid doing any kind of sound alerts or anything because I don't think it'll play. So what's my age again? Nobody likes you when you're 23. That's such a like iconic song. So I'm really proud of you, Rito, for knowing that. Yes, Rito and Vinny. Maturity both is key. Damn, how old are you? Making me feel old at 29, 28. Wait, do you even know how old you are, Rito? I'm 27. Oh no, text-to-speech sound alert in public is bad. Yeah, that's why I'm like, probably best that I don't have that on. And also the follow alert, like, again, if I'm in like a quieter place, I don't want it to like go off kind of thing. I also have some very interesting sound alerts that I do not need the public eye, the public ear hearing. A hoodie deserves a follow. Well, I appreciate that, Pong. Though the downside to this hoodie is that it does not have pockets. No pockets to speak of. No pockets in a 5-mile radius of this. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm surprised you know that song. What do you mean? Rito, I'm a pop punk baddie. I love pop punk, like Blink 182, like Sum 41, like all of those old pop punk bands. It's because you didn't let the OG VOD reset. The notice system doesn't think you ended. Well, my chat box still works. How does that mean that like it doesn't reset? Because like it should have. My other VOD would be up right now, wouldn't it, technically? Yeah, my other VOD is up. My hour and 37 minutes. I guess, again, that's how long my phone lasts. I'm also, like, do people in IRL streams, do they have music playing? Because, again, this is a very, like, quiet stream. No bok choy shame. No chance I'm getting shamed for not putting bok choy in this again. Somebody beat you to it already, Vinny. Next time, I will have bok choy for you guys. Yeah, the thumbnails often do me dirty, I'll be honest. I often look really stupid. Pack it and ship it refund, no pockets? Yeah, it is a little bit ridiculous, honestly. I accidentally bought a pair of scrub pants that don't have pockets in the front. They have pockets in the back, but not the front. I'm just like, you're kidding. As a healthcare menace, I need pockets everywhere. Like, why even build these pants? Obviously, I was kind of stupid for buying them. I didn't return them because they were comfortable. But I was just like, damn, why? Hey, lad, can someone tell me what you said about the downside of the hoodie was? Oh, no pockets. Sorry, if any point, like, I really appreciate when people tell me if something is like going on in my stream that is like not good. Like if it is like lagging, if it's you can't hear me, if I'm muted, things like that, just like let me know. Let me know. True, you are from the Midwest. I am from the Midwest, yes. Simple Plan actually came to my university at some point, and it was amazing. Like, my inner child was so healed because I listened to like Linkin Park, Simple Plan, like all those like very angsty music when I was younger. Like, I was like 9 years old and I was listening to the song Numb by Linkin Park. Like, I don't know what I had so much to be angsty about, but like I still love it. Like, it's it's very nostalgic for me. Would you guys like a karaoke stream where I'm just yelling like pop punk songs? I'm like yelling Linkin Park to you guys. Now you're getting shamed, ma'am. You shame me for eggs. I'm shaming you for not having bok choy. I have bok choy. I just decided not to cook it today. I'm not the one with a Thanksgiving-sized ham in his fridge, Vinny. How's the nurse field going? I hear it's quite exhausting. I'm not a nurse. I'm a clinical dietitian, but I do have a lot of contact with nurses, and I do like I interact with them a lot and see what they do. I have friends who are nurses, and it is very exhausting. Yes, very exhausting. You have like 12-hour days. I mean, like, you work 3 days a week, but it's like some of those days off, you need like hella rest. Yes, I get the Linkin Park songs all the time. Yeah, rest in peace, honestly. But yeah, that's like a lot of the music that I listen to. I also like, this is like one of the newer bands I've kind of gotten into. It's called Games We Play. It's also like a kind of pop punk, angsty alternative band, but it's like so good. It's so good. Games We Play, that's like one of my favorite ones. Basil, are you in the healthcare field, or like what field are you in, or like interested in? And those are Tide Pods. Yeah, those are Tide things. That's a lot of protein. Yeah, I would keep my protein powder in my kitchen though. Guys, next time I do like a IRL apartment kind of stream, you guys want to go to my kitchen with me? You want to cook with me? It will be very chaotic. Like, I do think I'm a good cook. I do think I'm pretty like, I know food science and understand like cooking and all that. I'm just a little bit chaotic and like disorganized about it sometimes. I tried so hard to get so far. Exactly. Yeah, that would be fun. Guys, our IRL stream, we just go do karaoke. It's me doing karaoke though. It's just me singing. So you guys might need to get earmuffs or earplugs, or just mute my stream. I'm so excited to like try these like IRL streams, but at the same time, like I do get kind of nervous because like in New York, you know, have any of you guys seen the TikToks? I don't know if this is in your guys' like the right demographic, but like I've been getting a lot of those videos of people of women getting punched, like just unprovoked, just randomly women are getting punched in New York, or getting pushed in the subway, or like pushed in the tracks of the subway, just like things like that. And so I am just I get very frightened about that. So I'm just like, what if I'm like IRL streaming and someone just like punches me? This is when one of you guys would be like, well, I will clip it. But then like, I hope you do. But then also at the same time, I'm just kind of like, damn, like I just got like freaking sacked. Allie, what is your feed? No, I'm not kidding. Go on TikTok and look up what women getting punched. Okay, maybe don't. Okay, hold on. Do not look that up. But like, there's definitely like a trending search bar of like women getting like. I'm not looking that up. No, I know, no. It's like, no, literally, like there have been videos of like being like, I literally just got like punched, like some guy just punched me out of nowhere, and I was just like walking, like randomly just like walking, and I got like attacked by some guy or whatever, and I'm like in broad daylight, whatever, and I'm like, and like you can see the big bruise on their head, and it's like they're telling the story about it, and I full-heartedly believe them, and I'm just like, I do not. What if that's me? I'm just like IRL streaming one day, someone yoinks my tripod, takes my phone, and I'll be like, damn, there goes my second phone in New York. So that part makes me kind of nervous. Hi Sevens, welcome in. Sorry, you kind of caught me at a interesting point in my conversation, but yes, hello, how are you? I'm guessing you've had dinner already, but tell me how you've been. How is life? At least I have ham. Oh my god, Vinny, please. I'm a med student. Yo, let's go. How far are you into your studies? Like first year, second year, almost graduating, about to do residency, stuff like that? Any healthcare job is exhausting. That's why I said nope. Yeah, healthcare, I do not think I'm gonna be in it forever. Like there is a part of me that's kind of like, I hope I just become a content creator or something and I become a sugar baby and then I can just kind of get fun money on the side. Get taken care of. No, actually, I don't think I would, because I feel like I think I grew up in such a way that like in a mindset that like I need to be like self-sufficient and be able to take care of myself. And so the idea of like letting me like someone else take the reins makes me very nervous. But sometimes I think it would feel nice, because after like when you're somebody who has kind of looked out for yourself and kind of like grew up on your own in like a sense, it is kind of nice when somebody else is there to kind of look out for you. Whether you are a guy, girl, etc., it is nice to feel taken care of either way. Love your profile picture. I just finished watching the Avatar. What? My profile picture? And it reminded you of Avatar? Do I remind you of the blue people? Is that me? Allie, what is your feed? It's women getting punched, okay? In New York. And it's like young females, young adult females. So this is definitely in my... And then one of my friends who also lives in New York messaged me about it, being like, you should like probably stay away from the city, like Manhattan, for a bit, because it could... There's weird people out there. NYC makes sense. Yes. It's not happening in Iowa. They got my feed only K-dramas. Yeah, you can definitely curate your feed a little bit. I think it would be interesting to like see where people's like, there's that thing that people have talked about, like take a screenshot of your For You page on Instagram and it kind of shows you what kind of content that you are engaging with. Because if you're like a guy and you see a lot of like half naked women on there, like, what are you doing? Like, of course we all love half naked women, but it's kind of like, why are you specifically looking at that on Instagram? Why are you specifically? I'm doing good. I'm in Virginia right now for a wedding. I'm seeing family who I haven't seen in 7 to 8 years. Ooh, let's go. You're about to eat well. Let's go. Is the wedding, did it happen today? Is it happening tomorrow? Or like, when is it happening? I bet you're gonna eat good. I think that's my favorite part about a wedding, is that they usually have good food. Still in my first year, currently losing it though. Oh no. The fact that you got into medical school though, I think is such a big deal. So like, don't forget why. Don't forget your why. I feel like that's a really important thing. So if you ever feel like it's just like not for you and things are not looking great, just remember why you started in the first place and see how far you've come so far. Like look back at how far you've come. I thought you were West Coast. Yeah, I don't think I give off those vibes at all. I definitely, like, there's definitely a difference between like West Coast Asians and like all the other Asians. I think I saw a video. I've seen like some content, like some videos about this. How like a lot of SoCal Asians, a lot of them they're growing up in a place where like there's a lot of other Asians there, and so like they don't feel like they are the minority or things like that. But then Midwest Asians, for example, like I'm a Midwest Asian, you don't grow up with a lot of other Asians around you. So it's like you grow up or just like people of color, there's just like less people of color in the Midwest. And so you grow up kind of feeling like not as connected with other people and like things like that. But then people who grow up in places that have a lot of people of your culture who look like you have a different feeling like growing up, I guess. I don't know if anyone can like relate to that, if you're a person of color or grew up in a place that like you didn't feel particularly connected with other people. But let's see here. You came back, homie. Sheesh. I did, doofus. I did. I always come back for my chat. The wedding's tomorrow. It's my cousin's wedding. We're gonna have a blast, but I'm gonna head to bed though. Yeah, it's really late on the East Coast right now. It's a huge day tomorrow. I wanted to stop and say hello. I appreciate you. Much love, Allie. Bye, Sevens. It really means a lot that you come in here, even just for like a few seconds, just to say hi. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time at the wedding tomorrow and eat good for me, okay? Appreciate you coming in. Yappy Mon for president or whatever. I really appreciate the name Yappy Mon. I have not heard that one yet. Yes, we do love sevens here. Both sevens and seventh. Still eating is crazy. Again, Yappymon for president. Shu, welcome in. It seems like a pretty cool channel. Well, it's just, if you like hearing people yap and having a very like funny chat, I think this is the right place for you. But thanks for coming in, Shu. Hello, how are you? The nonstop yapping gives off West Coast vibes. I feel like yapping is universal. It's a global phenomenon, actually. Yappers rise. Please rise. I would admit I support cosplayers, but sometimes it's kind of little and less close. Oh God, there's somebody I follow right now who, like, they're so beautiful and like I love their content, but I was just like scrolling Instagram one time and I opened my page and she's kind of like half naked, has like very exposed like parts and stuff, and like normally, you know, I'd just be like, oh my God, like she looks so good, yeah, pop off queen. But I was at work and I was just like, okay, hold on, not safe for work. Not safe for work. So IRL Hot Pot Sunday. Oh no, guys, are you guys gonna get 3 streams from me this week? Oh God, I cannot speak it into existence, otherwise I think there's that concern of like it might not happen. Was it Alley Cakes? No, it was like a streamer that I watch, but like again, like she looks like good, and I'm just like yeah, like pop off queen, but also I probably should not have like opened this right now at work. When I visited Colorado, bro, not a lot of people of color. Yeah, Colorado definitely less diverse. I do like Colorado for the nature though. I do like that. Though I think it is important for me to live somewhere that has like more diversity. As I grew up somewhere who like in a place where I did not see a lot of people or have a lot of role models that were like Asian, it's like a really big deal for me to like see people of colors, people of Asian ethnicity, female Asians like who are also prominent figures in the community or like globally, like things like that, very important to me, as I didn't grow up seeing people like that. And so I think like when you're younger, when you see people like when you don't see people like big figures, I guess, that look like you start to think that like, okay, maybe that's not something that like I can potentially like become or something like that, or maybe that's just something that Asian people like don't do or something like that. But then like you see people who like there's like the dietitians, like the dietetics field is predominantly female white women, and there's not a lot of males, there's not a lot of like people of color in that field. There's so many thoughts that I have towards that, there's so many factors that go into that, but it's just kind of like you don't see that much, and so it's kind of like, oh, can I actually relate to anybody here? It's like, I don't know if anyone's ever had like thoughts like that, especially if you're a person of color and not seeing figures of your race, ethnicity like that prominently in your life. But like I didn't have a lot of like Asian role models, I would say, growing up. Can I ask how old are you? Old are you? I am old enough. I am of age. Let's see here. Is it his IRL name though? I don't know. Is it your IRL name? But yeah, hopefully Hot Pot tomorrow. Whether or not I stream it is definitely a question, because again, this is my first time meeting them, so I don't want it to seem like too calculated or I don't want them to feel like unnatural or like they can't be themselves because they're like on a stream, you know? So I don't want to like interrupt that kind of like bond that we all have. So we'll see. If we do like other activities, then like yes, I would love to, but definitely up to them as well. Colorado Mountains, man, is so cool. I know, Ace, like there's so much good like nature up there. I think being in nature is definitely something I'd like to be around more in the future, as New York not the most nature, like New York City, I will say. Upstate has a lot more nature, but like New York City does not have a lot of, that's Central Park, but doesn't really have a lot of like nature, hiking, stuff like that. You have to like travel a lot for that. I do like the Pacific Northwest a lot. I do like that there's mountains and water and just, it just feels fresh. Like the air just feels like pure. And then like here, it feels like you're coughing into someone's cigarette. It's just like the air just does not feel as clean. And that's on getting an air purifier, guys, is that if you feel like you're getting sick a lot, eat your vitamins, get an air purifier. Changing hoodies and still on the same bowl is a little wild, or is the hoodie the same, just brighter space? Hoodie's the same, though I am getting kind of warm. Also, for all you people who did not think I was going to finish my food, look. I'm still eating. NYC, Atlanta, and LA your best bet for diversity. Unfortunately, these are some of the highest homeless cities. Very true, very true. I think, I don't know. People have said to me, like, when I was talking about wanting to move to Seattle or whatever, a lot of them are just like, there's a really bad homeless population there. And I'm just like, I've never thought about, like, homelessness, like, the percentage of, like, homelessness was never, like, a factor to me to, like, deter me away from living somewhere, because, like, it didn't cross my mind. Like, it wasn't something I was aware of, I guess. Because, like, I come from, again, the Midwest, where, like, there are homeless people, but there's not, like, blocks of homeless people. There's not, like, evidently, like, a big population of it. Just relatively compared to the population. But, like, being in, like, a big city now, like, I can definitely see how the population is a lot bigger, and that there's a lot of resources that, like, not necessarily support, like, homeless people, and that, like, sometimes, like, I don't know, it definitely does affect when someone wants to, like, move somewhere. Thanks for clapping for me, Seltzer. My Asian girlfriend, I remember when we moved to SF, she was, like, whispering to me on the bus and said, OMG, I've never seen an Asian bus driver before. Oh my god, on my flight to SF, like, to San Francisco, not the pilot, but the first officer, I think that's, like, the co-pilot, or, like, I forget, like, the terms, but they were Asian. And I'm like, I have never seen an Asian pilot in my life. And, like, I think I saw Asian bus drivers in SF as well. And I'm like, I also have never seen that in my life either, like, in Iowa, anything like that. Maybe Minnesota and Chicago kind of have a little bit more Asian population, but it is just, like, again, I didn't, like, grow up with a whole lot of, like, Asian role models, or, like, people in the community, like, very small Asian population. And so seeing it now is a little bit more comforting in some aspects, but then it's like I live near a place where it's, like, mostly, like, Chinese predominantly, like, speaking people, and so it's like you're Asian, you're all Asian, but it's also like you still feel like an outsider because you don't speak, like, I don't speak Chinese, I don't speak Canto, I don't speak Mando, and so, like, Mandarin, and so I don't feel, there is that sense of, like, still feeling like you're on the outside, because, like, you're not Asian enough for, like, the Asian people who live there, and it's like they kind of expect you to also, like, because they see you're Asian and they expect you to, like, speak their language, and it's like you don't. But then you're not, like, and even though, like, I grew up in, like, a pretty, like white community, like, predominantly white community, I'm not white enough to be, like, like, to relate to them as much either. So there's always that kind of, like, mix, I guess. Still see food. Okay, well, I have a couple tomatoes that I want to eat. Seltzer. Here's my drink. So Alimon was stuck in the middle. That's so sad. It's not sad, I don't think. I think it made me feel a lot more like I stuck out in, like, both ways, like, growing up, and even, like, now here, it's like, even, like, patients I have at the hospital, they will try to speak to me in Chinese, and there's that part of me that's kind of like, oh, like, I wish I could have, like, bridged that gap, you know? Because could you imagine being in a hospital in, like, a foreign country that, like, you don't, like, speak their language, or, like, things like that? Like, if you were visiting, like, another country, or even if you lived in that country and you're, like, residents, and, like, but you don't speak, like, the language that's predominantly, like, spoken there, like, I would feel so, like, out of place. Like, I'd feel so, like I couldn't truly get the care that I needed just because, like, I didn't speak their language, kind of thing. It's kind of like when I speak to people in Spanish, like they like, I'm not of any kind of, like, Spanish descent or anything like that, but, like, I've studied, like, a lot of Spanish, and so, like, I speak to my patients in Spanish, and I do feel like there is that sense of, like, relief. Like, I've definitely had some older individuals be, like, excited to, like, chat with me in Spanish, and they're like, oh, it's so great that you are learning Spanish and that you can speak to me in Spanish, and it's like, it's so great, and I'm like, oh, so sweet. But yeah, random question, like that, like, Pong is, like, mentioning the whole, like, drinking thing. Do you guys drink during your meal, like, between, like, sips between eating, or do you eat and then drink? Because I'm kind of like a eat then drink. I don't always take sips during my meals. Very random. Alimon Alisa. That's kind of funny because my name is Alyssa, and, like, in Spanish or, like, in other languages, it's pronounced, like, Alisa. So Could you bust out some Espanol? I'm a little shy. Unless you write it to me, I will not usually speak it. I would say I'm pretty good conversationally, and I know it enough where I can conversate with my patients in Spanish and answer their questions about nutrition-related information. And vitamins doofus, in terms of like immune health, vitamin D is a really big one. I have my multivitamin right here. I think it could benefit everyone in terms of like, if you don't feel like you're getting all your nutrients from the food that you're eating, which honestly, if you're eating 3 meals a day, you're probably getting most of your nutrients that you need. So not everyone needs a multivitamin, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to have one. But I do take a separate supplement for vitamin D because I don't think I eat like I don't go out in the sun that much. I'm not sure. It's hard to get vitamin D from your food. Like there is it in like mushrooms, salmon, egg yolks, things like that, but it's hard to get like enough from your food. And so I do think it is worth supplementing, as it's good for your bone health, immune health, things like that. So just some quick nutrition tips for you. Alimon, stuck in the middle, but then you have no community, the way you say it, hence the sadness. There's definitely like a split there, I guess, because you're not Asian enough for the Asian people and you're not white enough for the white people, clearly. So like, where my people of color, have you had people say to you like, go back, like if you're Asian, have people said go back to China to you? Or if you're like Latin American or something like that, like people say like go back to Mexico or like things like that, or go back to where you came from? Because like when I was younger, I got a lot of like, oh my god, like, go back to China, like stuff like that. And like as I'm older now, it's kind of like, that's like, I wonder if people ever realize that they said those things when they were younger to other people. Like, do bullies ever kind of look back on their lives and they're like, damn, I was kind of awful when I was younger? Like things like that. I know what you mean. I'm not Asian, but I understand the people of color thing. You don't relate to the stereotype, but you definitely ate a white American. Yeah. And I think it's good to have like empathy for people who like you can kind of understand their side of things. I've experienced where they ask you to translate for a patient. Not really. We have phone interpreters, honestly. But sometimes if like a nurse is coming up to take their blood or whatever and the patient's like kind of confused, I'll be like, oh, like I'll like explain to them what's going on without the nurse having to like call interpreter for that or anything. But my hospital is pretty diverse in terms of like staff. So they have a lot of people who can speak like Russian or Greek or Chinese or like things like that. So I do both. I drink because the hydration slows me down from eating too fast. That's very fair. That's very fair. In between, I've heard like sometimes it can affect your, like, I don't know if it's true, but like I've heard things about like people saying that it can affect your digestion if you're drinking during your meal, kind of thing. That like sometimes it's better to do it like after or before. But I don't know, honestly. Like it all kind of like starts kind of turning any, like either way, whether or not you're drinking or not, like it's all gonna start cooking in there anyways. Oh my god, look at Wendy's story on IG. Oh my god, I'll have to look at it later. What is it? I'm so excited. I love Wendy. I do both too, so I drink and wash down the food down between bites and after the meal. Thanks for explaining about the vitamins, because I've always been curious about if I should get those vitamin tablets. I think, honestly, like, it would not hurt. It usually does not hurt. And, like, the vitamins that they do put in a multivitamin, it's not to the point where, like, you're going to get toxicity from it. And I feel like since you're also in healthcare, you'll know that like people have like deficiencies, or like people can get too much of a vitamin. If it's water soluble, you just pee out all the excess because it's water soluble. It'll just like leave your body. If it's fat soluble, there is toxicities, and then you build up because you can store it in your fat basically. And so there is toxic amounts that can be in your blood, and they will not put too much of that in a multivitamin. So it's very like pretty well calculated in terms of what you get in a multivitamin. She's got 11% of her meal left. Does Yappy Mon finish in the next 30 minutes? I guess we should make a poll, right? Will she or will she not finish her meal in the next 30 minutes? As a bully, I do. Now I get bullied. Oh no. Do you think karma comes back to those people who were bullies when they're younger? Because I definitely had people who bullied me when I was younger. And like I didn't have like a hardcore like bully that like made my life miserable or anything. But I definitely had like common people who were very like not nice to me, I guess. And it's like we're younger and we're kids and there's like you don't really know better, but it's kind of like you see them when you're older, you're kind of like, damn, I really hope like your life sucks. I went to camp when I was younger, like those sleepaway camps for like a week, and there was just like white girl who I thought was like so pretty, and like back then, like when you're surrounded by like other like white women or whatever, you're kind of like, oh, like I wish I looked like that, because like they're like idealized and like you're just surrounded by that, like you wish you like fit in a little bit more. Anyways, I remember we had like, she would always make kind of like snippy kind of like rude comments at me, and again I was like 10 or like 12 or whatever, and then at the end of the camp we do these little like note card things to say like something nice about each person like in the cabin that we're all in. And then she said I knew she was on my card, and like she said like, what if you have nothing nice to say about this person? And the way that like my heart like sunk, because like I knew from afar, like I thought she was like really pretty, and even though she was mean to me, I was still kind of like, oh, like I still think she's like so pretty, and like I wish I looked like that kind of thing. And the way that she said that, like it still kind of stings. Like you still kind of have that little part of you that like your inner child that still like stings from like being bullied, I think. How to tell Asians apart? Yeah, that's a really big thing, honestly. Yes, but only after hearing my name, Rito. Bully realized that as he bullied me, he wanted to be my friend, but didn't know that the people he learned social interaction from were themselves bullies. When he realized, he stopped hanging with them as frequently and really turned around. Well, that's a success story, Zacarnes. I love that. I always thought everyone had to drink with their meal until I saw IRL on Twitch. No, I usually don't drink with my meal. Like, you know, the water glass that you get at a restaurant, I'm usually not sipping on that. Like, it's usually pretty full by the end, like by the time I'm done with my meal. And the Black American thing is not being respected a lot by the African community, and a lot of times seen as a threat even by your own. Sometimes it really is your own people who are racist towards you. It really be your own people sometimes. Which kind of hurts. It's like the same thing about saying like women. I think it's really important for like women to like stick together and like support each other, and I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have heard the term of being like a girl's girl, as like I'm not sure if this like people on Twitch right now like know what that term is, but it's basically like girls supporting girls and like not engaging in the whole like pick me girl thing and trying to belittle other girls to make guys like you more. That's like a very real thing, honestly. I don't know if you guys are like aware of it, but it's very real. But it really hurts, especially like Valo. I feel like this will like make sense. It's like when a girl, like girls are already like shit on by other guys in Valo, in like the gaming sphere. It's predominantly men, right? But then when a girl is being toxic to another girl, it's kind of like, well, damn, like I thought we were supposed to stick up for each other, but like why are you being mean to me? Why? We're supposed to stick together. It hurts more when the girl's being toxic to you. It's the worst. Soy sauce is the best dinner drink TBH paid with a nice cucumber bath. Doofus. No truer words have been spoken in this chat. One of the guys who used to bully me is working for me. The way that should be like a whole K-drama or just like plot to a movie. Again, I'm someone who loves justice. I love when karma gets to people who like who are like mean. Like I do believe in karma. I truly do believe in it. And so when there is justice at the end of like a movie or a show that like the bully gets what's coming to them kind of thing, I do feel some kind of satisfaction from that. Damn, you got white chicked? Yeah, it does kind of suck. It does kind of suck. I get what you mean. When I was a kid, I used to feel bad about my hair because white boys' hair could flow in the wind and mine couldn't. Hair is hair at the end of the day. I felt similarly in terms of like, I wish I had blonde hair. Blonde or like brown hair, because that was just what I was surrounded by. And I'm just like, oh, like guys would like me more if I were white kind of thing. Those were like thoughts that I had when I was younger, is like, oh, people would like me more if I were white, or like people would respect me more if I were white. People, which sometimes could actually be true in some certain scenarios actually, but like again, it was more about like boys liking me kind of thing. It's like they would find me more attractive if I were like a white female kind of thing. And so like I really wish that I had that was like what I wanted when I was younger, and I kind of thought like, oh, like other girls would maybe like me more if I were also white kind of thing. I don't know, it was just like race was such a big thing for me growing up. And it's like I was in this some kind of like, I was an orientation leader for a bit. It's kind of like a tour guide, like someone who helps freshmen college students like orient to like transition to college basically. And there is this like activity that we did in terms of like what part of your identity is like loudest to you, like what part do you identify with the most, or that like bothers you the most, or like that you feel the most like connected with, or like that you feel most discriminated against. And like all the white females in there were mostly feel discriminated against because they're female, but then all the people of color who were females felt most discriminated against from their race. And not only are they like discriminated against because of their race, they also are female. So it's like there's like two things, but they pick one over the other. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's just kind of like you realize like some things like race to me was just like so like loud as such a presence in my head when I was younger, and it's not like that for everyone is what I'm trying to say. That's wild coming from a 10-year-old Basil. I know. I still get salty when I think about that girl. Like there are some girls who are just so fake, so mean when they were younger to me, and I still think about them to this day, and I'm just like, damn, like, you know, I really hope you have a great life, and I hope I hear nothing about it. I mean, like water, pop, juice, not like beer. Yeah, I've heard it and sat there. Women really catch attitudes on Val, even more so against women. And then you want to be like, okay, did he pick you? Did he pick you after all of that? Because it's again, it always feels like it's for like the girl who is being like mean to the other girl is because she wants to fit in with the other guys. That's what it feels like sometimes. And so I feel like at the end of the day, it's like, why didn't you support like your fellow woman, like in a gaming space where women are already like shit on and like discriminated against? Like, why did you have to add to that narrative kind of thing? Like, you had an option, lady. Hi Nishi, welcome in. It's been a while. How are you, sir? We are practicing for our IRL stream. Hopefully tomorrow, we shall see. But how are you doing? How's your day? When's the next time you're coming to NYC? I feel like I ask you that a lot. For I play with girlfriends and sometimes I get bashed by own girl teammates. They're shocked. I know, it hurts more when it comes from your own people. They be the same ones who sit quiet while some man is cussing at them. Oh God. I just hope that like I can be someone who stands up for other people when they are being like shit on, you know. I told you my name was Doofy Come On yesterday. Why you keep calling me Doofus? Can I call you DK? Like Donkey Kong? But DK for Doofy Come On? Scenarios such as workplace, God. Double-edged sword, people of color, and you are a woman. Yeah, there's other reasons why people can be like discriminated against, but it's like you kind of have both. I thought I was white until first grade. I read then translated something from my teacher in first grade after she heard me talking to the migrant kids at recess. That's crazy. Like when you start to kind of understand like your identity and like how maybe you might be a little bit different than other people when you're younger, because I guess in first grade that's when you kind of realize, but like I grew up with like only like 2 or 3 other Asians in my school in elementary school, and then I didn't grow up in a way that like I felt super different from everybody else until like middle school. I think it's like I think maybe it was like 7th or 8th grade when I started to meet other Asians, and then people like guys and girls started to like actually like date and stuff, you know, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, it's like I clearly am different than these people. There was definitely a stream yesterday, guys. I'm good, just chilling. I just saw Olivia Rodrigo. Hey, yo, how did it go? Was it, like, I feel like you always talk about Olivia Rodrigo, so how did it go? Also, Nisha, are you a fan of Taylor Swift? I forgot. Like, gaming is so different now. People can be like, wow, you're so good at Valve for a woman. Now it's if you're cracked, you're cracked. Although sexism is still heavy in sports and video games. Very true, very true. I don't really like the whole, like, you're so good at Val, like, as a woman. Like, no, you're just good at Val because you're a person kind of thing. It's kind of like, I've definitely gotten comments that like, oh, like, you're pretty for an Asian. And I'm like, it's like the backhanded compliment. Like, I don't know. It's very, very odd. Or like, I mentioned this yesterday, but it's like, have you guys ever seen, like, if I say that I'm Thai or I'm Asian, and then the person I'm talking to is suddenly like, oh yeah, my wife's husband's, wait, no, hold on, my wife's cousin's rabbit's lawyer is also Asian. Like, wow, like they're really trying to like connect with you in that way. Or it's like some old white man being like, oh yeah, my wife is Japanese. And I'm like, of course she is. Like, of course she is. But I don't know. It's just very funny to me. I'm gonna go down for my birthday. Oh wait, yeah, your birthday's coming up. It's at the end of April. I literally have your birthday in my calendar from like the last time you'd mentioned it. So is it like coming up in a few, is it like next week? What else are you doing for your birthday though? If like, are you coming down to New York possibly? Ooh. Oh yeah, I took a phone call yesterday. I didn't come back in time. Yeah, no worries. My stream, like, just come when you have time. I definitely used to have people in my stream be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Allie. I'm so sorry I didn't make it to stream today. And I'm just like, it's okay. Like, you come when you come. Like, do not, like, you are okay. I appreciate your presence when you are here, but do not feel like you need to be here. Allie, my friends were different from me, but it was great making friends. I used your name like a pun. Ally, like Allie, ally. Very clever. Doofy, come on. FT Swift, what do you mean FT Swift? I think her most recent album, I haven't listened to like all of it, but I still really like the one that the diss track on Kim K. I think it's kind of funny. I'm in school anyway. Growing up, you're kind of pretty for a girl who plays Val type of vibes, but also like I feel like I don't know what I feel, because I think anyone can, it doesn't matter what you look like. Does it matter what you look like in terms of like playing Val? A man ever said to you, you never met an Asian woman who looks like you? I've definitely had like people guess my ethnicity, like a lot of Uber drivers in the Midwest. Like, I'm like someone who's a little bit, I'd rather just like have like polite conversation, but then just kind of like, or just complete silence. Like, I do not need to like interact with the driver or anything. But then a lot of them will be like, oh, are you Chinese? Oh, are you Japanese? Are you Korean? Are you Filipino? Are you Vietnamese? And I'm like, no. Like, I did not ask to be part of this guessing game. Like, I did not ask for this. My race is not to be guessed like that. You could just be like, oh, like, I'm just curious, like, what ethnicity are you? Or like, or people of color, have you gotten where are you really from? No, like, where are your parents from? And you're just like, oh, like, I'm from Nebraska. But then they're like, no, like, where are your parents from? Like, where are you really from? And I'm just like, I'm really just grew up in Iowa. Like, I don't know what you want me to say besides cornfields. Like, I am a child of the corn. Why add the Asian matter of fact? Why add the statement in the first place? Exactly, Ace. There's some people who just, you don't need to add that little extra bit. You could ask it as if it was anybody kind of thing. She walked up to me and casually asked if I could read something and what it meant. My friends were like, how can you do that? Aw. Wait, Rito, did you learn English and Spanish, like, growing up? I guess, like, together, like, simultaneously? I want to go to Lego store and eat ramen. Those are two very, very plausible things that you can do in NYC, definitely. Thank you for the hydrate zone. Why was I reaching for my soy sauce? Make sure my stream does not end again because of that Zoto. It's crazy how I've had this for a whole week and I've drank this at every single meal and I still haven't finished it. I gotta go for now. Enjoy the stream so much. Basil, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye. It's really nice meeting you. As a response to someone saying you're pretty for an Asian. I see. It's just a stupid and dumb people thing to say or whatever. Back to like not being a weird, like too weird. Because again, that person who was asking like, how do you get a girlfriend? Number one, don't be weird. Don't be weird. Are you Thai? Are you Thai, Pluto? We both Thai baddies in chat. Also, Pluto, how are you? How are you doing? Are you still being a sad boy on Twitter? Just kidding, but how are you? Are you guys playing TFT right now? Nishi and Pluto? STFU bitch before Allie slaps you. I'm actually a very amicable person. No, I'm latte. Let me get one of them Tide Pods, Allie. I'm hungry. Let me give you two and a punch. 1-2 punch. Hi, vlog. Welcome in. Did you have dinner? Are you at work right now? Again, you know it's bad when I know your work schedule. It's bad. What are you? An idiot sandwich. Okay, just kidding. Next time someone asks what race are you, be like Sweden. Okay, I'll say I'm Swedish and see what happens. Like, I'll just like come up with something totally like they are just totally surprised. They'll be like, Okay. Because at what point is it okay to like ask somebody stuff like that? At what point? At what point during a conversation are you just like, oh, like, where are your parents from? What are you really? Like, I would never, like, oh God. When I was a volunteer at an ESL program, like a English learning volunteer program that kind of helped with like adult immigrants who came in who like their first language is not English. I was kind of like volunteering for that program, and one of the people there, one of the like old white men who were like helping with the program, they would use me somehow, I don't know why, as like the model person of color who had good English. And I'm just like, my brother, I've been speaking English like for years, like since I was like young. Like I hate it. Like they made me seem like I was like the success story of like, they'd be like, oh, and then like Alyssa, like I go by Alyssa IRL, and it's like, she speaks very good English, like she's like learned a lot. I'm like, you're kidding. like what do you mean by that? It was just so odd that like I was like the token person of color. So odd. It's sometimes it's not about, it's like the whole like diversity hire thing too though, is like sometimes put it to your advantage though. Be like, it's not what diversity and like discrimination can do against you, it's what it can do for you, you know? I tell people I'm black. I've had people ask, but are you from XYZ? But like, why does it matter? Should I be asking them, are you Scottish? Are you Swedish? Are you German? Are you Irish? Like, and like when people say like, oh, your English is very good, I just want to be like, yeah, so is yours. Yes, I am sad, and yes, I am Thai. Oh my God, the double whammy. Pluto, what would make you happy? Truly. I'm like very curious. What do you think would make life just even a little bit better for you right now? I stopped speaking both regularly when my grandparents moved away at age 9. Oh, okay. So like it was more to communicate with them. Did they know English, or like was it so that you could speak like communicate with them in Spanish? Do you feel like your Spanish is like not as good anymore then? No, I quit, couldn't deal with them anymore, so I'm just up drinking. Wait, you don't have your job anymore, the night shift one? I hope you're okay. I hope everything's okay in that sense, Block. That's like a really big deal not to be in like a job that you've been in a while, so I hope everything is okay. I hope the drinking is a healthy amount for you, and everything is good with you, Block. Sending lots of love to you. Say you're South African, do that. I'll say you're Canadian. Say you're German. Every race that can pass as German. There are like people of color in every single area of everywhere, so say you're Japanese and start talking Chinese. Let me just say ni hao. Wish I looked diverse enough to use it to my advantage. I think it was only within the last, probably like in my 20s, that I started being like, you know, I think I'm okay being Asian, because I wanted to be white so bad. White in the aspect of like, no one, like I'm not sticking out. Like I am just like blending in with everyone else. I am not like, there's no reason for people to kind of like make assumptions or anything about me, kind of thing. I don't know. Oh, my Spanish is now is better, but I don't think it was as good when I was 5 or 6. Aw, no, I mean it kind of makes sense. It's so cute when little kids speak like Spanish. I don't know, it's so cute. I used to volunteer at like an elementary school, and like I would speak with the Spanish speaking kids, and it was so cute. I just wish people would stop asking those types of questions, like how does any of that shit matter about what kind of person is deep down? You feel me, Yappy Mon? Exactly, Doofy, come on. It's like, why do those things matter? This is also a thing, is like when you're telling a story, is like, why do you have to say like, oh yeah, this Asian guy was like really loud on the subway today? Like, why does it matter that like they were Asian? Or like, you just like, there was like a really disruptive person on the subway. Why does it matter like what their race was? Like, you can still tell the story, but you can still like, and like I get the point of like you're trying to like set the scene or whatever, but it's also kind of like, why does it matter? Like why those, I don't know. Like I feel there's like something that I feel very strongly about that I'm just kind of like, those things do not necessarily need to be indicators into the conversation, kind of thing. Let's see here. I identify as Allie's food because in 3 hours I'm still not eaten yet. What does that mean for you, Doofy? What does that mean? Honestly, I think I did very good. I think I did very good, guys. The only thing that I'm not really eating right now is some of the peppers because, again, I don't want to die on stream. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have made those. Yes, but yes, my dad's parents didn't know English very well. Oh, so it's probably good that you were like able to communicate with him in Spanish, though. Do you think that though? I think it depends on environment and your mindset. In people of color areas, if you weren't person of color, you would stick out. That is very true. That's very true. But if like just like, but that's like in those areas. I feel like those areas are a lot smaller than like places as a whole. Like just like the U.S. as a whole is predominantly like white, I feel like. And so, and obviously it is kind of a melting pot. There are a lot of different like cultures and different ethnicities here, but I do feel like I wish, at least, like I definitely feel like it could be the other way around, is like if you do grow up, if you are maybe like white and you like grow up in like a highly like people like person of color like area, then like maybe you kind of wish that you didn't stick out like that. But I do feel like it is a little bit louder on the other side. Like it's less common for it to be like the way that you put. But it definitely happens. I definitely think it happens. I'm good. How have you been? I've been pretty good. Though after stream yesterday, I did talk about how I fell for this credit card scam. Not credit card, what am I saying? Student loan scam. And this was not me falling for the idea of like, oh, I can get my student loans paid off quicker. No, it was like I literally called this number that like I got like a mail, like I thought it was like federal mail being like call to learn more about like how to like set up your loans and like loan repayments and stuff. And so I'm just like, okay, like I am kind of unfamiliar with my loan payment system right now. How can I learn more, kind of thing? And I was like calling, and then I realized they were asking me very like sketchy information that like they should have like already kind of like had, you know, like my social security number, my driver's license, stuff like that. And so obviously halfway through, after giving them my personal information, I realized like, oh my god, like wait, this is probably a scam. And I was like looking it up on Reddit, and I was like crying. I was so devastated. Oh my god, like this past 2 weeks have honestly been very tough with that on top of it. And then like I was like very upset. And then after, where I'm getting like, the point to all this is that after stream yesterday, I checked my email and I got a email from my credit card company saying that and I also got another email later today from ID Notify from TurboTax being like, your social security number was found on the dark web. And I'm like, god fuck. Like I knew this was gonna happen. So then I stayed up pretty late last night, signing up for accounts for the credit bureau. Sorry. Yes, I signed up for Experian, TransUnion, the other credit bureau I don't know the name of, and I like froze my credit thing. I put a fraud alert on it. It was honestly like it feels so bad. Like it feels really bad to be scammed. Dark web, can we go back? Yeah, people. But yeah, that was very devastating for me. So I did that last night at like 4 a.m. signing up to not get my identity taken. That would be great. Yeah. You've been eating for over 2 hours. I've been yapping for over. Quit your yapping and eat that food. But it's kind of like awkward because it's just kind of like no one's talking. And like, okay. You're about to make me tilt with that bowl. What you mean? Yo, dog, you know my wife is Chinese? Yeah, anyway, I got the best bowling of my league. 269. Like, the way people slip it into conversations be wild. No, it is very wild, honestly. When I was in Vegas, after, the DJ concert I went to, we got an Uber driver, and, like, it was me and, like, 2 or 3 other Asian people. And then my Uber driver is just kind of, like, asking us about, like, being Asian and stuff. And he's just, like, he's, like, a white guy. And then suddenly he goes, oh, yeah, like, my wife is Filipino. And I'm like, of course she is. Like, of course that's why you're trying to connect with us right now. Of course your wife is Filipino. Like, imagine being married in this economy. Guys, I don't think I want to get married. I don't think I want kids. I don't think I want to get married anymore. It was something it's something I wanted so bad growing up, but now I am second guessing it all. What if I maybe it's better. Maybe it's better just to be single and alone. I'm also, like, scared to have kids because, like, what if I'm, like, a bad mom kind of thing? What if I'm What if I'm the one who like creates like bad experiences for my kids? Like I used to want to be a mother so bad, but like I've gotten older and I'm like, God, and like being pregnant just does not sound very fun. Am I right, guys? Am I right? I am done eating, guys. She surpassed the last stream time. Did I? Oh God, I am yappy mon for real. But you know it's your fault. Way worse. Yes. This happened last night. The student loan scam thing happened 2 weeks ago, but then they messaged me last night to be like, your information was found on the dark web. And I'm like, God. And so then I like proceeded to do all that other stuff and feel sad. Seltzer, of course. Hello, my name is Alicon. Sometimes I stumble upon the dark web at 4 a.m. after streaming Valo for 3 hours and spraying and praying. Anyway, I almost lost my identity. Yeah, it's still up in the air. It could still very well be lost. Oh God, the way that I am just like, I've just had like a rough couple of weeks, honestly. And it really did not make things better. It definitely made me feel worse because I thought I was being responsible. I was kind of like, okay, fine, I'm finally sitting down and like talking with somebody about like how to manage my student loans, and then that happened, and then like, yeah. So then I did all, like, I tried to take all the preventative measures. Like I sent the scam I to the financial people that I'm like with, to tell them like what was going on. I submitted it to the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC or whatever. I froze all of my credit things with the credit bureaus. If anyone of you guys know much about credit bureaus, like why are there 3 different ones? Why there gotta be 3? Like, and why you gotta file with all 3 of them? Why can't they just communicate? I have the thieves pick the right Asian. Oh my God, what? I'd pay someone to take my identity. Block. It's like, GG, go next life. Like, I am good. Like, someone take who I am. I will go start over somewhere else. Real question, forget race. What Pokemon starter are you choosing? Matter of fact is the best element in Avatar. My favorite one has always been Mudkip and Torchic. Leaning more towards Torchic because I feel like Mudkip is kind of like an easy route. Mudkip cute AF, but like when it becomes Swampert, like very like you take over the entire region. Like it's just very easy. Your life is easy, smooth sailing if you go Mudkip route, but like your life a little harder when you go the other routes. I like a challenge. Clearly, I've been through some adversity in my life where I'm like, I gotta have some adversity in my Pokemon games too. I cannot be easily handed like life, Hey, what's for dinner? Affy, welcome back. Dinner, as you can see, is pretty much gone. But I had rice, which I need to put away. Do not leave your rice out overnight, otherwise you will get sick, probably, because it has happened to me. And I had rice, 2 eggs, cucumber, tomato, sauteed mushrooms and peppers, and kimchi. And it took me like 2 hours to eat, because I've been yapping this whole time. Did you eat though, Affy? What did you have? I might do an IRL NYC stream maybe tomorrow, maybe. It will not make it to the subway though, where the rats are, unfortunately, where I can be just ratting. Well, I wanted to take my identity after I get my $250K for med school. Preach. True. I'll be like, okay, you could collect this debt. But actually, I think the scammers, they're trying to open new loans or new credit accounts or whatever in your name because they have your social security and all that. So yeah, that's not cute. I don't like that. My starter team is Charmander, Froakie, and Snivy. Okay. I like the Charmander. I am very partial towards Cyndaquil though. From when Ash had a Cyndaquil in Johto region, it was just like the cutest little thing. It was just adorable, and it would like fry him. And I'm just like, you're so real for that Cyndaquil. So cute. I'm gonna freeze the rest of that food for breakfast. I don't think I really have much else food. It's not done yet. Are you guys like lick your plate done kind of people? Because I'm okay leaving just like a little bit of food here and there. Again, like at the hospital, we assess adequate intake is considered 75% or more of your food. And I definitely ate at least 90% of my food. It's just like small bits of food that I am just not very interested in anymore, as I've been eating this for 2 hours. I like Trico. I like Grovile, honestly. Grovile's so funny in the anime series, but then Sceptile also looks pretty cool. The Gen 3 starters, all of them just look so cool. That's why I'll never get sick leaving food out overnight. Well, I also don't have like a great digestive system. I have very like sensitive digestive system, but the last time I left rice out overnight, like I used to do that as a kid and it was fine and like reheat it next morning. But like the past, like now that I'm like older and like I've left rice out overnight and tried to eat it the next day, I read up on it, and your rice, as it's like a starch, there's like bacteria that can start forming on it, I guess, after leaving it out overnight, because it's technically in the temperature danger zone, because it's like room temp basically for so long, and it can develop like spores and like all that. And I guess it doesn't affect necessarily everyone, but like I had like explosive diarrhea like after I did it, and then I tried it again another time just to like really confirm my theory, and again I had it again. I'm very open about digestion here, guys. I'm not afraid to talk about it. So it's 2 a.m. Why are you still talking? Is it really 2 a.m.? Oh my god, it literally is 2 a.m. Okay, God. I can't believe it's 2 a.m. God. Why are you guys up? Why are you guys up? You forgot to drink the soy sauce? Maybe not. So I shouldn't eat my rice that has been outside for 3 months. You know, Zoto, if you were in a cold climate, maybe, and it was like below 42 or like 35 degrees, I think you're fine. But if not, Gigi, go next. I made a little turkey Sammy for dinner. Yeah, don't mess with those Subway rats. No, Affy, we square up. We square up with those Subway rats. Affy, you should come to New York. Aren't you? You're on West Coast, right? I have a lot of West Coast baddies here, and a lot, probably too, because it's like only 11 p.m. there. And this is why everything online is super sketchy. Like, bro, they got Allie and she's almost a doctor. Like, bro, they got Yappymon. No, not the Yappymon. Okay, yeah, next time I stream, guys, and I'm at my PC, we do the down bad competition. 40% not bad. Not bad at all. Explosive what? You heard me. You heard me. It was not cute. That's when your digestion was yapping? Yeah, very not cute. It's only 2 a.m. though. What you mean by that? That's pretty late. I'm about to, like, I would have gone to bed earlier if it was not for that email I got from the dark webs. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I was God. Like, oh, I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. I'm impressed that you ate that whole bowl, though. It did take a little bit of time, but I did tell you guys I was going to finish it. I did tell you. Thank you for the hydrate. I will, okay, I do need to finish those, though, because I am tired. I can't put it back in the fridge anymore. I still got a few sips left, though. And the Riz, let's go, Ace, let's go. It's 2 p.m. for me. Do you have any other plans today, 7th? I live in New York. Affy, how did I just mix you up with somebody else? What the hell? For some reason, I thought that you were going to school on the West Coast. I apologize. Okay, well, you need to do the Just Ratting stream. You need to do that stream. You got a pet rat, can we see? No, not yet. I will probably see some, though, when I go out and about in the city tomorrow. May as well stream till 5 a.m. You gotta let your food settle. Yeah, that's true. When you eat really late, then it's kind of like, ooh. And I ate really slow, so it's kind of like, I've been eating for the last 2 hours, so it's not like if I had finished my food in the first interval of like the first 30-minute interval, I probably would have been like good to go to sleep. But no. 5 a.m. stream. Okay, no. Wait, actually, it's 2 a.m. for you too, Affy. What are you doing here? Thanks for the lurk again, Jaeger. Les Seraphim performing. Yeah, we already talked about the Coachella Les Seraphim performance. You mean snacking, basically? Basically, yes. It's okay. Sometimes I can be my own mod. Let's see. Is this how you do it? There we go. Sometimes you are your own mod. I love it. Snacking and yapping, classic Allie. No, I mean, I really appreciate that you guys have been very, like, interactive with me in chat, because, again, if it was kind of quiet while I was eating, then it would be kind of like, I'm just eating and, like, nothing's really happening. But I've also kind of gotten to the point as a streamer where even if chat is quiet, I know how to talk. I just gotta keep talking. It's easier if I'm at my computer, like talking about video games as I'm going. But if it's just like me eating right here, then I'd be kind of like, oh, like, this is a silent date, I guess. My date's not gonna ask me any questions about myself. Allie's still streaming. Kai, unfortunately, I'm sorry, as you are a West Coast baddie, you're probably very, very surprised to see me here. I'll give you 12 minutes to get to 2 hours uptime. I'm telling you the STFU again. Bitch, I've already had an hour and a half before this stream. So technically my uptime is about 3.5 hours, I'm pretty sure. No way you reach for the soy sauce. I still see rice in there. Please, please. I ate a lot. Little phone call, then watch other stream. Ah, okay. I'm glad that there's been some other streamers up at DGen time right now. It's me. I'm the pet rat. Affy, you want to be in a cage? Just kidding. The dark web is here. You know what? Maybe I should call the phone people who had originally like scammed me, and like this is why sometimes I wish I had someone from the underground, not like a rat. When I mean underground, I mean like a mobster. I wish I was in with a mobster. Like someone who part of the mafia. Somebody who can get shit done for me. And it's like when my phone got stolen, I had it tracked on like Find My iPhone, so like I knew where they were. But I can't just bust into their apartment and like show up, you know. And it's like I wish I had somebody on the inside to be like to get some jobs done for me. A little bit of never mind. But I kind of wish I had that, so I could go find somebody to go track down the person who scammed me, track down the person who stole my phone, things like that. Branch, if you click that link and you get blackwebbed again, oh my god, no, please. I've been part of the dark web way too much. You know, what if I'm one who reels people into the dark web? Sometimes they come in when mods are away. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay being like a one-woman show sometimes. My mods have lives too. Let's get on League for 3 hours hype. That's when all the toxic people come out. Heck, that's when I become super toxic. Streaming definitely improves social skills. Yeah, I've definitely been in streams where like the streamer does not like talk to chat that much. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like I feel like I'd be like nothing without my chat. Sure, I can provide entertainment. I can like yap here and there, but like if there was like you guys are like so funny. Like hilarious even, and it's like we bounce off of each other, right? And so I'm just like, again, I feel like my stream would just be like nothing if I like could not like chat with people. And so it's like crazy to me that people do not talk back to their chat sometimes. I'm like, why? What are you like? What's the point of you streaming right now? I don't know. It's like crazy to me. And then I just feel like unwelcomed when I'm in the stream. They're just kind of like, they don't even ask how I am. Just like, hi. And then they go back to what they're doing. I'm like, okay, like, let me just go like fuck myself. Like, sure. Kai doesn't sleep at night time anyway. You good? Kai is just on the West Coast living his best life. Probably eating some good food. There's a cage. Where? Kai said, where in the world? Where is this cage? Let me in, please. I've had people in Val ask, are you a streamer? I ask why. Because you yapping? Oh my god. Please. It's a one-way date. It is a one-way date. And it's me yapping. Though, if this was a real date, like with somebody, I think I'd be a lot quieter. I'd be kind of shy. Where's Allie taking chat? We'll see tomorrow. Very TBD tomorrow. I'm not sure yet if I'll do it, but I will let you guys know on Discord if I do. So if you guys on YouTube who make like videos of taking down scam call centers, yeah, I've heard of them before. I need to pass along my information to them. Allie wants to be a mom. Just be the gang boss, Allie. I just need someone else to do the job because they're probably a lot more slick than I am. Like I'll be found out real quick. Y'all feel me, Yappy Mon? I do, Doofy. Come on. You don't want to fool with the mob or the mafia. That's why I need at least one person I have an in with, so they can protect me when I fall for dumb things. Toxic Yappy Mon is my favorite villain arc. You know, maybe I've just been in my villain arc, like, since I was born. I don't even think it's an arc. It's a lifestyle. It's just a lifestyle at this point. This was a fun stream, TBH. Oh, I appreciate it. She been spiraling for a bit now. What that mean? What that mean? We did cover a lot of topics today of how to get a girlfriend, aka how to not be weird, how Allie got scammed, how I take a little bit of extra time to eat. So maybe hire me, Allie. I can be slick. Kai, I know you can twerk, but if you can also be slick, then you are just a full package. I knew you were already a full package, but yeah, we are funny looking. Oh my God, please. Let me leave that stream. That's what I do. That's it. Let me just see myself out. Let me just go F myself. Why, like, sometimes, like, when I go see a patient and they're just kind of like, why are you here? I'm just like, you know, you're right. You're right, bro. Let me just walk out right now. If you're over here, I might have contacts, but not in NA. Okay, yes, that's the goal, Seltzer. You know, your contact in NA is me. I will get the job done. I will come up to the door and ask, knock, knock. Who's there? It's your boy, Yappy. It's your boy, Yappy Mon. Both of you two assume I'm funny. I'm not funny. I'm just unhinged. We all a little bit unhinged here. And I think, does that make us quirky? Is that like, does that count as us being like quirky cute? Let's see here. What is that clip? Allie's being silly again today. Pro Gamer Matt. Did you change your name by any chance? Oh, do you see Kai's twerk emotes surrounding my face? Sorry. Like, they do not float. Like, the emotes were not floating around. They were all surrounded by my face. And the Kek W right here is like the devil in my ear talking to me. I do be a full ass meal. Yes, you do. Scrumptious. Anyways, Pro Gamer Matt. I'm trying to remember, like, if I had, like, talked to you before, like, the stream, that, like, maybe I had seen you before. Or if you change your name, please remind me. Also, why does the Kek W always stay there? It's like an angel. It's literally like an angel. I'm not gonna lie, hearing you talk in your mannerism, I wouldn't assume you're Asian. If anything, I might think you're Hispanic. Well, I mean, I guess there's, like, I don't know. I guess it's hard to kind of put in, like, Asian dialect or, like, ways Asians, Hispanics, like, maybe there is, like, a way that people eat or, like, having certain slang or, like, different vernacular, but, like, yeah, I guess that means it's, like, fair not to, like, pinpoint what certain demographics might sound like, so that is fair. Your boy Yappymon, exactly, coming at you live. How's it feel to make 30 people feel better? I'm not quite sure if that's what I'm doing, because unless they are really enjoying me taking sips from my soy sauce. Exclamation point sauce. I've never been here before. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that we hadn't, like, conversed before. Trying to get absolutely diced for summer though. Help me out. Diced? Cericed? I don't know why I was about to throw you a punch there, but what kind of, how can I help you, Pro Gamer Matt? What are you a pro gamer in? Emotes stay on a screen for a bit? Yeah, I am not sure why that happens. Maybe it's because of, like, my app that I'm using, but I do like being surrounded by Kai's booty. That kind of came out weird, but you, like, know when that was, like, surrounded my face? But how are you, though? What time is it for you? Also, thanks for the alley fists, guys. I hope you guys love that emote. I think that's mostly because I live in a very Hispanic area. Ah, okay. In the Midwest, there was not, like, a whole bunch of, like, it was, like, the Hispanic population might have been more than the Asian population, honestly. At least in my opinion. Again, I did not see a lot of Asians. Is that Kek W in a tractor? Okay, the next person who can make an emote of me in a tractor or, like, a moving vehicle, like my face, I'll give you a free sub. And I'll make it an emote. That'd be so funny. It would be Ali Zoom, right? Does anyone feel like it's easy to talk online and even, like, VC, but sometimes difficult to hold convo IRL? That's the thing, Ace, is, like I do think I am good at, like, conversating IRL, as, like, I am a yapper online. I've had a lot of customer service jobs, but, like, it also depends who you're conversing with. It's like, it has to be two-way street too, because if they are not giving you much, then you're like, well, of course it's gonna be awkward then. trying to get absolutely shredded. I'm starving myself every day until I'm shredded. Well, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't do that, Matt. It is good to eat. If that's one thing that you're going to learn from the dietitian today, it's good to eat. And anyways, if you're going to build muscle, then you need to have your protein, your carbs, things like that. So, because I need to get more emotes now. Yes, you do. More. And I am from the Midwest. I'm living in East Coast now. New raid message, raid 5 or raid 6 if I recall. Yeah, I can't believe clutch or fist. That's a good one. I did like that one. Though maybe not with people that like we're first meeting. Again, do not make me look like a fool, guys. I need to go into a raid with support. Like I need to be supported by chat. They need to feel welcomed by all of us. We do not need to be like, oh my God, Ali has kept us locked in the cage and we liked it. Like, no. Like, be like, we had a great time in Ali's stream, but like, we're ready to welcome into a new stream, you know? Do calisthenics and eat a little bit healthier. Don't starve yourself. Calisthenics are also pretty good. If you don't know what calisthenics are, it's kind of like body weight exercises. Like this. What's that say? Bang bus? Maybe something like that. Or just like, I really like the Keck W that was in the tractor. It was really cool. I really liked it. Food is life. It is Kai. I really like that your stream is basically based on like eating good food. I'm like, at least someone's eating well over here, and it's Kai, and that makes me happy. 2:18 and 2 hours uptime. STFU Gibby, come on. Well, actually, full. It's been about 3 hours and 41 minutes in total. We keep it real in Chicago. Oh my God, that Chi-Town. We love that. We love Midwest baddies. Well, let's go. I already have enough muscle though. Oh, did you get bulky, like bulk up for the winter, and then now it's like your shred season? I think a lot of people end up doing a lot of like more cardio based exercises. Like they still lift to maintain their muscle, but then they also shifted a little bit to incorporate more cardio so that they're kind of like leaning down a little bit. And some people might be in like a caloric deficit, but not to the point where you're not eating. Ali does keep me in a cage. Okay, Kai, I didn't think we were going to tell everyone about it, but like, sure, expose us. So Ali's face in the tractor. 7th, yeah, I don't know why, like, it's Cade Kector. Okay, that is kind of funny. But it's kind of like, when you are a streamer and you make emotes for your community, it makes sense to do emotes that, like, your community evokes. Like, your, like, emotions that come up often in your streams that people are going to want to use. So, like, for example, if I had an emote of just, like, kimchi, like a jar of kimchi, it's like, how is that relatable? Like, when's anyone going to be like, oh my God, that was so funny, let me add a kimchi jar at the end of that? Like, no, that just doesn't make any sense. But like, a lot of people use like the Ali fist for some reason. I don't know why, but it seems to be very common in my stream. So like, use emotes that are just emotions or just funny things that are like relevant to your chat. That's my random advice, I guess. So you're Korean or just happen to be eating kimchi? Are you guessing my race right now? Just kidding. I happen to be eating kimchi because kimchi is good, and anyone can eat kimchi. Not the Heimerdinger. Ah. I can make you eat well as well when you're coming over. Okay, that like, I don't know when I'm gonna go to the West Coast next, but like that brings me to a point. Is like I'm actually very proud of how much I ate today because I have not had a very good appetite recently. So I do feel like I ate pretty well, I guess. I think I ate pretty well today. So this made me pretty proud. It makes me proud when I eat a lot because there's times where like when I'm stressed, especially after that whole like dark web thing, I do not eat very well because I'm so stressed. We don't count pre-crash time. That's so funny. So, Red, if I like restart my stream, do I get another 2 hours? Should be able to make the emo. Ali, let's talk about how you want it later on Discord. Oh my God, thanks. I use Ali twerking emotes any day. What? Luckily, I do not have any of those. Gives off the same vibe as ooh woo. Today, I did not eat until 5 to 6 p.m. Then I ate a lot of bad foods because I was visiting my parents. Then I had 3 ice creams. Hopefully I'm at a deficit for the day. The only way that you'll know that you're at a deficit is if you're truly tracking your calories, because a lot of things do add up. Because unless you're literally taking your ice cream, scooping it out with like a measuring tool, then you will not truly know. And even when you put in calories into like a tracker, it is still more or less like plus or minus some amount of calories. Like it's not exact. And when you think about it too, your clock does not start over at 12 a.m. to suddenly be like, all right, start over, 0, you're at 0 now, and you can have 2,000 calories again. Like your body is constantly churning through energy, I guess. So it's like very, I don't know, it's just, tracking calories is just like not a lifestyle I would want to personally like be doing, but I know everyone's different. So you should add 7 TV and BTTV so I can add some degen emote stuff. I thought I already activated BTTV. Maybe I didn't. Maybe if you could remind me. I don't know how to activate those. Bro, it's too late. I need to cut myself off. You know, me too, Ace. I do not know how to raid from this, but I would, if any mods have any people could do that for me, because I actually don't know how to raid from here or find it. I can still just do /raid, right? Let's see here. Again, things look a lot different when you're on here when you are not on PC. So that's why maybe I would need help, as like if I'm doing IRL stream, I would need help with like raids and shout outs and stuff, because it's harder for me to do on my own. What do you think about the carnivore diet? I've seen a lot of very masculine looking men on that diet. There's definitely, I've seen women on it too, but carnivore diet, when you think about it, there's a lot of nutrients that meat does not hold. Like there's no fiber. There's no fiber in meat. And there's also some vitamins, like you don't get any like vitamin C probably, because you get a lot of that from like fruits, vegetables. Potassium, meat has some potassium in it, but not like a whole lot. So again, there's going to be like some deficient things in there, and it's just kind of like, when you think about it, you're cutting out like so many food groups, so like it can't be that, I don't know, there can't, like that just should be a red flag in your mind if it's cutting out so many food groups and it doesn't allow you to live a lifestyle that like that means you can't really have like breaded foods too, because like breaded meats, because it has breading on it, it's not just pure meat. I just don't find it to be a very fulfilling lifestyle, I guess. I consider dieting as like, this could be a different conversation if anyone really truly cares about it in another stream, but like dieting, I feel like it's not very sustainable. You want to be able to eat in a pattern or in a way that is like, that can like span your whole life, not just like a quick fix. Because a lot of times when people do like weight loss diets, a lot of like after they're done with it, your weight that you had like lost will like come back, because there's always that like binge and then you diet, then you binge and then you diet, and so it's like a very like up and down kind of lifestyle, and it also will hurt your metabolism as well. So it honestly will probably make your metabolism like slower, like burn through calories even less and hold on to your fat more, just because your body is so stressed by how it's going up and down in weights. So it's like those actors who like lose a lot of weight for like certain like roles. It's not super healthy for your metabolic health to be doing that. We're proud of Allie for eating well. Let's make it consistent now. Maybe you guys are just kind of my accountability for eating better, because like again, if I'm stressed, I like just don't eat. So I'm very proud that I ate a lot today. You should move to the Arctic Circle next. Okay, Rito. Noted. First time chatter. Oh my god. Oh, rating? Yeah. Just eat what you want in moderation, exercise. If it was only that easy, like Ace, it really, like, I think people overcomplicate things a lot. They overcomplicate trying to lose weight or like reaching their goals, when really it's a lot more simple than people make it out to be. They would just rather have like a quick fix rather than something that genuinely like it just like, takes time to get to. /raid than the name. Yeah, it's just harder to find people to raid when you're on, like I won't be able to do it on my phone. It's like, it's easier because I have an iPad to like help me out right now. I think I need to be a super mod. Oh, is that like a way that you have to change it? You are a super mod in my heart, Jodo. I'm telling you, calisthenics are your best bet. I do think calisthenics are just also very cool. Like being able to lift up your own body weight and like do cool things is a lot more impressive to me than someone lifting 500 pounds for 1 rep. Like that, I think that's a lot more impressive to me. I have to show my other friend because she does live streams. I would have to raid for her. Oh, okay. So maybe I'll have to kind of coordinate with my mods too about that. Sean Baker is going on like 8 years on a carnivore diet. He's got incredible road records, even near 60 years old. It's really the only reason why I think it could possibly be good. Yeah, but if it was like, I think more research studies might need to be out. Like nutrition is a very like growing field, and it's crazy because at one point people said that like low fat is good and like we should not be eating butter, oil, anything like that. But now like we tell people, like we know now that like fat is actually very essential for our bodies and our organs and things like that. And so again, nutrition is a very like ever growing field, and just because it's working for one person does not mean it's going to be sustainable for like the next person. So I think that's something to take into consideration as well. Why be shredded when you can be fluffy like Stitch? Have some really comfy hugs. Not a bulk, right? Work out with the intent to gain strength. Calisthenics will get you right and help you look right. Again, the workout that is best is the one that you do. The one that you actually want to do, not something that you dread doing or force yourself to do. I already deadlift over 500 pounds. I don't need more strength though. Yeah, then I guess your goal right now is just kind of like eat a little bit better, I guess, is what you're trying to say, possibly, if you're trying to get shredded. Body strength isn't the same as muscle mass. Very true. And yes, Zoto, if you would be able to show me that. Do we have any idea how to slim down the hip? Hips, I feel like, are more genetic. Unless you, like, again, like, people are built with different muscle structures, different fat distributions. And so some person might hold fat more in their abdomen, while some people hold fat more in their arms. And so sometimes it is just kind of genetic where you hold fat the most. I've been doing calisthenics again for a month now, and I can do halfway push-ups with just one hand, bro. See, I wish I was able to do that. You want to know more about the mods rating for you? We can let you know about it on Discord too. Okay, that sounds good, Seltzer. I think that would be very helpful. Again, I don't know if I'll IRL stream tomorrow. Very up in the air. I'd like to. Again, I feel very like odd doing multiple streams in a row, like consecutive streams. I'm just like, I don't know if do I really have more to yap about? And then I do. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, why am I talking so much? The feeling of being strong while in shape is cool. Being in shape is a really special feeling, yes. Nodders, I wish my fat went to my butt and not my belly. Rita, there are no truer words spoken. Very true. I wish it was like that for me as well. Just do like vlog for shorts fit. Yeah, I thought about like maybe just doing that instead. Like just doing like a reel. But honestly, I'm very behind on my Instagram reels. I started editing one today and then I got like overthinking and I'm like, I'm worried that this will suck. So then I just stopped editing it. That was like a very like bad like mindset thing I have sometimes, is like, oh, I'm overthinking this so much that like I just stopped doing it. So work in progress, guys. You know where Ali stream, make it happen? I don't think I could imagine being like an everyday streamer. Like again, I'm just kind of like, damn, like what more do I have to share? Like like if I stream multiple days in a row, then I'm like, I have no news to share. Like nothing happened in between the two streams. Like the 12 hours or whatever between both streams, like nothing happened. I just like went to work. Can mods pin when the IRL stream tomorrow? I'm not sure if it's gonna happen yet, Pong, but if you could do, anyone could do ! Discord, ! Socials. That will be where you'll have most up-to-date information on what I do. Or you can just go on Twitch tomorrow around like 6 to 8 p.m. EST and see if I'm alive on Twitch. Because again, I did not advertise this stream tonight. I was good with being like, okay, like we could just have like a small dinner date with maybe like 1, 2, 3 people in stream, and we can just kind of chat a little bit and nobody has to see me right now or see me eat. And then it turned into a little bit bigger. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all, like, even if like you're new to stream, like I appreciate you taking the chance on my stream and like chatting with me, and people who have like come back and like chatted with me. It's like very much appreciated, because again, like I do not feel like I would be like anything without my chat. So you guys are always very supportive, and I hope you guys will continue to support my goal is to be a mobster. If I have a setup, I would work for you for free. You can be that person with like the multiple computers. Let's see here. If you can make your own meals, you can still eat stuff like burgers with less calories and less grease than a fast food burger. It is a lot better to, like, if you are watching what you eat, it's easier to track your calories and like your intake, what you're like, if you make it yourself, because it's hard to track things that you get from a restaurant. But if you have the food right in front of you, then it's a lot easier to track them. Ali crash out. I thought about doing the IRL stream from like laying in bed today. I was like, hey guys, I just wanted to make sure that my stream worked. All right, goodbye. I like the IRL streams. I want to do them hopefully more, but again, TBD. We don't want to get punched in the face, guys. That is our goal. If we can do an IRL stream in public and not get socked in the face, I would consider that an absolute win. I enjoyed my stay. Good. I support Ali Booty. What do you mean by that, Kai? Turned into a full-blown stream. It did. It was supposed to be a small stream, short little uwu stream, and then I turned into Yappy Mon. That'd be so mean. I can watch you rage on League. Riot Games be tilting me. Oh gosh. Oh, fly there. Someone pushes you or punches you. No, I think the point is that I need to learn how to punch back. They've been waiting for this fist. They were just asking for the alley cam fist. Okay, guys, I think we do need to go to bed. I do appreciate your guys' time here, and whether or not you just came in to lurk, whether you came in to chat, whether or not you or just like here for a majority of the night, I really appreciate it. It honestly made me very happy, as I was very anxious for this stream and I was sweating. I was messaging Kai before the stream being like, I'm so sweaty, I don't know what to do. But I'm really glad you guys were very kind and sweet and funny as hell, as usual. But if anyone has any recommendations of someone to raid, someone preferably more or less my size, more or less the same amount of viewers, because again, I would really like not to hop on someone's stream who has like 10K followers and like 100 viewers, like, and I'm just kind of like an ooh little small streamer over here. We do like a little bit of same communities more or less when we raid. So if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the stay. I love that. Pro Gamer Matt, appreciate the follow. I'm sorry that my alerts are not on, but I appreciate you being here. If you have more questions about nutrition or anything like that, let me know. We can always chat about it in stream. But yeah, anyone have any recommendations for streamers, possibly? I know Nursery was a streamer. Hey, yo, let's go. If we have any suggestions, if Seltzer, Zoto, any mods in chat would be able to facilitate said raid, as I am kind of dumb sometimes. So Ali wants Uwu girl? I will take any girl. Well, any streamer, more or less. Let's raid Yappy Come On. Is it Yappy Come On or is it Yappy Mon? Now that you pointed out, you do be oily. Hold on a second, Rito. Hold on a second. We turn the overhead light on and you guys will be like, it'll be so bright. But the oil is usually just because I did my skincare. Again, my purest form right now. Skincare is on. We are not leaving the apartment. We are settled down here. We are in our comfy clothes. Hair is slicked back. We are Li Shang from Mulan. We are not going out. That is the vibe right now. Ali Mona Lisa. I think that's kind of cute though. I had a lot of fun lurking and listening. I appreciate it, Derek. I appreciate your presence all the time, honestly. I feel like you say a lot of things that make me laugh. And whether you're lurking, have me on the side, whether I'm front and center, I appreciate it either way. So I hope, I don't know why I spit like that. I hope that I will stream a little bit more and we can have more discussions about things that make me mad. Things that I just need to yap about. Okay, let's see here. I have only one friend online. Mood, Zoto. Mood. I approve of Roxana Banana. Okay, we can rate them if you'd like. I do not know anything about them, but we got 2 vouchers, so I would be very happy to rate them. Maybe I can try and do that. Rage guy, welcome in. Am I too tall? I don't know. I ought to come in here like that and then not share your height. Yes, next question. Best 5-hour dinner ever. I don't remember what we started with. That's true. What did we even have for dinner? Do you guys remember? I don't remember. It's time for bed. Okay, guys. Slash, maybe I can do this. Slash raid and then rocks. Okay, which one of you guys like spelled it right? Because we are actually, can a mod do it? Because last time if I spell it right, we definitely end up in an empty dead channel. So maybe one of the mods could do it possibly. Okay, oh my god. I feel like I'm not that tall globally speaking. I am, I like to say I'm 5'7". I'm 5'7", guys. I'm pretty tall. What are we doing? We are rating Roxana Banana. I think I could, okay, if you spelled it right, sometimes I cannot believe people when they spell things because I cannot believe myself sometimes. Will this work? Roxana Banana. See, I already spelled it wrong. Roxana. Invalid username. Kai fake mod. I'm like trying my best right now. Is this the right? Did I spell it right? Did I spell it right, guys? Otherwise, I'm about to cancel the raid. That's the one. That's the right person. Because I definitely have raided into a dead channel before. So thank you for the 2-hour stream, Allie. Good job on your first IRL stream. Appreciate it, Kai. I really, really appreciate it. Guys, please send your love over to Roxana Banana, and please don't make me look like a fool, or I will get you with my banana gun. How could Amy? Anyways, okay. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Zoto. Rito, Derek, 7th, Doofy, come on. Rito, Rage Guy, Zoto, anyone who is lurking right now, listening to my voice, thank you for being here. Pro Gamer Matt, thanks for coming in. 7th, Pong, everyone, I'm so appreciative of you. Don't drink the soy sauce. I might just drink it off camera. 5'7", you taller than me in heels. Okay, bananas. Okay, please, guys, don't embarrass me, guys. Okay, bye, guys. Bananas. Okay, bye, guys. I love you. Bye. Okay, I need to end this stream. How do I end my stream? I hope nobody is watching this. Okay, bye, stream. Wait, how do I end this? Oh, here we go.